Hello and welcome to episode 36 of
The Eldritch Podblast.
I am Margaret.
I am Jack.
And hello.
Hello.
It would appear that the intro is just a bit now. What did you do?
The Eldritch Podblast. I do want to know what I had no. I swore.
No.
I'm gonna have to put that in the chapters.
I'll please try to remember to censor that, Margaret. Margaret, please censor it.
Less than a minute in.
Oh no!
Oh,
How did we get here so quickly?
So bad.
It was like 30 seconds.
Oh, I suck.
Oh well, hello everyone.
Hello everyone.
How is everyone? How are you? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good, thank you.
Yeah?
I'm good. I once again feel like this is Thursday's episode.
This is Thursday's episode.
I feel like Thursday's episode just has a totally different vibe. Yeah, totally different vibe. The vibes do be hitting different on a Thursday.
Vibe check is different.
Vibe check
the
is
vibe
different.
DC is different.
Vibe check. Do we fail or pass?
No, we passed.
We passed. You were
I
gonna
think
say
we
fail.
I think we passed. I think this we passed with flying colours on a Thursday.
Got you. Oh, got you. Got you.
We succeed by at least 5.
Nice. I like it. How about you? Do you pass the vibe check?
You better do.
You passed.
Good. Okay.
Good. We're good.
You didn't say anything, no, strange.
No. Or did you?
I couldn't hear you.
Maybe that was the one more.
Oh, right. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, you passed the vibe check.
Yeah, that was strange, but that was I feel like that's kind of the bar, you know?
What strangeness?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Thursday is strange.
Thursday is a bit strange.
Thursday's always a little strange.
Yeah. Like, you know what? We were talking last night, and I think Thursdays, we've kind of fallen into, like, a routine of what we post. And, like, obviously, we're a D&D podcast, but I feel like a lot of the things that we actually, like, talk about, like, they are D&D related, but I think, like, a lot of the things we talk about focus more on, like the human being aspect.
Yeah, like the
of
social
D&D.
commentary.
Yeah,
totally. Yeah,
totally.
I agree.
So I think that, we're going to try on Thursday's episodes, we're going to try and do something like a little bit more D&D centric.
Yeah, we're going to try and get back to a little bit more D&D related stuff on a Thursday.
Because we know we have a lot of people who are like new to D&D. We have a lot of DMs who are new to DMing.
We're gonna do stuff like we're gonna talk about the new 1D&D like stuff that was released.
Yeah.
And just give our thoughts on it.
Yep.
We can maybe do some of the character creation things. Maybe like rate some classes or some subclasses or some races and things like that. So tell us what you want us to do on a Thursday. D&D related.
Yeah.
And then on Monday, we're still going to do like the commentary, like the Am of the Arseholes, the horror stories, the unpopular opinions, and stuff like that.
I think that will be a good balance for the channel, to be honest with you. It's okay. Any more? One. Oh my goodness.
I'm disgusting.
No.
It's true.
No. We all have a little bit of a burpee, but it might have something to do with the metric of I swore.
No!
No! Of cloudy lemonade you consume in any one sitting. So I think Mondays is always going to be like the stuff we know and love, like kind of the more commentary side of things. And I think Thursday we're going to try and gear more towards D&D related stuff. Because we don't want to put ourselves in kind of like what's the word?
Too much of a box.
Yeah, that's it. Too much of a box.
We don't want to get
a pigeon box.
A pigeonhole.
Pigeonhole.
Not a pigeon box. A pigeonhole. Yeah, we don't want to pigeonhole ourselves into something just like, oh, they only do this.
Exactly.
Because, that's just like, it's tough to get out of at that point.
Yeah, true.
And to be honest, like, I love all the social commentary stuff like that, but I also love talking about D&D.
Totally.
And that's the reason we started.
Yeah,
so
totally,
I want to do some more D&D focused stuff. Like, I love doing the character creations.
Yeah.
And I love doing... like when we ranked our
totally
like, characters and stuff like that. I love doing that stuff. That's like my favorite stuff.
And you know what? It's a really weird balance, I think. And if you're content creators, I'm sure you'll understand. If you're a creator of any type, really, like, YouTube favors familiarity, right?
Yeah.
YouTube kind of favors, consistency, which we are consistent. We upload twice a week. Never missed it. Hopefully,
never will.
Shan't. But I think we've been put off by doing some of the D&D centric stuff like that because it's not that it doesn't perform well on our channel, but of course it doesn't perform as well as the flashy blinking lights of like an Am I the Arsehole thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
With all those horrible catchphrases.
Exactly.
In the title. And
exactly.
Stuff like that. Yeah, no, I get that. But at the same time don't really care.
and we shouldn't. I think it's important that we do what we want to do.
What we want to do, because I think more than anything, it's like if we're having a good time.
Yeah.
Which, I don't not have a good time, but I don't want to fall too far. I don't want to fall too far away from the tree of D&D.
Yeah, of course. No, same.
So I want to on a Thursday do something.
Yeah.
Because we do have a lot of new. I feel like this channel, for some reason, we gather quite a lot of new players.
I think it's because we do talk a lot about nuanced topics around like player etiquette. Do you know what I mean?
So I think, like maybe if you're a new player or you're an experienced player, let us know what you want to see. Is there like builds you want to see?
Yeah, totally.
Like our thoughts on classes? Is it the new 1D&D stuff?
Yeah.
Do you want to hear about our favorite spells or favorite cantrips?
Yeah, let us know, please.
All those, like, should we rate like the best monsters in the monster manual or something like that? You know, just that sort of stuff.
Yeah, totally. Like, we'd love to do stuff like that.
Yeah, 100%.
And again, I feel like me in particular, I can get quite shackled down by seeing the numbers, and seeing the numbers don't necessarily approve of the D&D stuff.
Yeah.
We fell into, I think, we haven't fallen into a rut, but I think we're getting dangerously close to falling into some form of a rut.
I agree.
And, we have people in our Discord. We have a Discord.
It is in the description below.
Who they have said, like, could you please maybe do like a beginner's 101 for D&D?
Yeah.
And on the surface, we were like, well, it doesn't really perform well on our channel, but like we're a D&D channel,
and if that's what our viewers want to see, that's what
we're gonna do.
Like, we're here to cater for the people who have like subscribed to the channel.
Absolutely.
Yes, I mean, we want to reach more people, of course, but at the same time, it's like you subscribe to you.
Yeah.
So we want to keep you happy.
Yeah, totally.
Because we want to make content for you.
Yeah, of course.
The people.
Of course we do. Of course we do.
The Eldritch Podblast people. The Eldritch people.
The Eldritch. What happened to Squad Blasters?
The Eldritch people.
I'm finally on board.
The Squaddy Bees.
With Squad Blasters, and you're like, no, the Eldritch people. Is this going to be the next arc? The Eldritch. No, it's not. I'm subscribed. I'm here.
It's Squad Blast.
It's Squad Blasters.
It's always got to be
I'm
Squad
here
Blasters.
for Squad Blasters.
The Squaddy Bees.
Listen, we've got merch of Squad Blasters right now. Please just let it last until then.
Merch. End of the month.
Merch, end of the month. We promise.
The date will be soon.
Yep.
But it's going to be the end of this month.
Yep. We promise we will.
You've seen them both.
You've seen them both. You got them. Do you want a refresher? Here you go.
Here you go. I'll put that in.
Thank you. Thanks, Jack. Otherwise, it's going to be all of us staring at my hand. Here's a look. We are going to have 2 t-shirts. One of the t-shirts has a variant with a back print, and one of them is the heavy metal logo.
Yes.
I said we were going to do stickers. Listen, I say things sometimes.
And then you just get too busy.
And then I just get too busy. We may or may not have stickers. I don't know yet. I don't know. But definitely the t-shirt.
The merch is done, so.
And the last thing we want to talk about, I think, before we get into meme time, is the idea of a Patreon. We're definitely going to be working on a Patreon.
Yeah. And again, we want to hear sort of like, we know what we want to do with the Patreon.
Yeah,
I think we've got some ideas.
I think we have some good ideas as well, like things that can get everyone involved. We can do things together. There's room for, I think with a Patreon, right? The people who are there, if you want to be there, like you're there because you want to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you're having to go out of your way, and you're putting a monetary value, which we very much appreciate.
Yeah.
And therefore, we're kind of freer to do whatever you want us to do.
Yeah.
We're not really confined. Like, this goes back to the conversation before. We're not really confined. Sorry, I thought you were looking at something in the garden.
I'm just looking at my extremely long grass that I haven't been able to cut because every single time I go to cut it, it rains.
I see that. Yeah, so we're not necessarily going to be confined by the YouTube overlords.
Yeah, that's sort of like whatever you want.
Whatever you want. Yeah.
And it can be like a little bit more catered to people.
Totally.
Can we have like sessions where like me and Margaret help you build your world?
Yeah.
Do we have stuff where like we help you learn how to build encounters?
Yeah, we can build a character together.
Can we build some homebrew items together?
Yeah.
Can we build some homebrew classes together?
There's going to be without saying too much, because we haven't got it fully sold and we don't want to promise something that we can't deliver, there is going to be a much closer relationship, I think, with our patrons. Naturally, you all know how Patreon works. Like,
I don't.
Well, like, good.
Great.
That's a good step.
That's a good start.
That's a good step. You give us money, we give you nothing back.
I'll try.
But yeah, it's going to be far more catered. There's going to be many more opportunities to, be live with us. That's all I'm going to say.
And then, you need to. Well, you don't need to. You don't need to do anything, actually.
No, you owe us nothing,
your
actually.
Life, you live it.
Yeah.
But it was like, you just let us know what you would want.
Let us know what you want. We'd really appreciate that.
On the Eldritch Podblast.
Oh, nice. That was nice. Go on. All right. Okay, keep that energy up.
Okay.
Because.
All right. Yeah. I've got the thing.
Because we're moving into meme time.
The thing is up.
Do you like the segue there?
Yeah.
So
let me just put the timestamp in.
We all know Thursdays is meme time, and I did a poll. You all said you liked meme time, so meme time's here to stay, baby. It's worth the effort if you enjoy it. So thank you.
Apart from like the one or two people who were like, "Nah, I'm not that bothered."
Yeah, but
tough.
Yeah,
because it's here to stay.
Too bad.
You can skip down below.
I don't think anyone said that. But yeah. So we have an official meme time. A few episodes ago, we said, "Oh, we need a jingle."
Yeah.
And boy,
did we get a jingle?
Did we get a jingle?
Are we ready to hit it?
Well, this was sent in. This was created. So Jack is actually not this Jack.
Not me, Jack. Just one of the other 47 Jacks in the community.
Yeah, our good friend WabberJacked. He's our friend like IRL.
Yeah.
He created a meme time song. I think I said this last Thursday actually. And for copyright reasons, we couldn't play it.
Yes.
However, he's gone ahead and he's made his own beat.
He's made his own beat.
So we can use it, baby. And without further ado, are you ready to vibe? If you're in the watch parties, you know exactly what I expect of you. Everyone, wild shape, going into crab mode. Go on.
Hello, Squad Blasters. How do you do?
Are we all sat?
Get yourself a beverage. A sweet, cold beverage.
Yeah.
I know you all made some great memes.
Hello, my dear.
The space buns are alive.
How did we get here?
I'm going to say something nasty.
Funniest shit ever.
You tried to stay spontaneity.
My spoon is too big. Doesn't have to be alcoholic.
Come on, hit me with some memes.
We're trying to get the best memes for you. The best memes for us.
Let's do some memes.
Let's do some memes.
Let's do a couple of memes.
I have a moon druid. Anywho. So, meme time, baby.
Good.
Do you like meme time?
Come on, hit me with some memes. Good.
Do you like meme time? Oh my god, this meme. Good. Do you like meme time?
Meme time.
Meme time?
Hallelujah.
There you go. I don't know if I'm going to leave our commentary in over the song.
I'll just have us dancing.
Like, you might just see us talking and saying dumb things. But, well, no. You'll see us talking. You won't hear us. There you go.
There you go.
There you go. It's meme time.
A little bit of Julian.
A little bit of Julian there. If you know, you know.
There you go.
There you go. So that was meme time. Jack, thank you so much for taking your hard-earned time and making us meme time.
Precious, sweet time.
We're obviously going to condense it down to like 5 or 10 seconons to put in front of meme time. I don't 100%. Quite know exactly which 5 or 10
bit,
seconds, but we're going to put so thank you, Jack. That was
Yes,
that
Jack,
was amazing.
thank
Please
you.
Show Jack some love.
Show Jack some love down in the comments.
And in the watch party, if you're not spamming it with crab brave emojis,
I don't know what you're doing.
I
don't know what your hands are doing, but they're not doing the right thing.
You might as well leave. Shout out to the Discord. If you join the Discord, you can join in our watch parties. And we have the janitor sweeping the auditorium as you leave every single time to crab rave.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
It's definitely something.
It definitely is a vibe. It's like the highlight of my week.
It definitely passes the vibe check.
It does.
The watch party passes the vibe.
Oh, yeah. It's 100% the highlight of my week, without a doubt.
Yeah, I do like it. It is good fun.
So, let's get into some memes. So,
cool.
This has been sent in by Lynn.
Yeah.
And it was off the back of, and we did a horror story episode, and we're trying to end the horror stories episode with a funny story every time.
Just to sometimes lighten the mood get a little heavy.
Just to lighten the mood, and we did. And this was the infamous, I need the date.
I need the taint.
I need the taint.
That was so good.
And you know what? I don't know anything about how, like, moving images on computer work. I don't know how
GIFs.
Yeah, I don't know how difficult that was to make, but thank you,
there.
Lynn.
It's definitely there.
Truly, thank you, Lynn. The next one is also on the topic
of needing the taint.
Of needing the taint.
Yeah.
And this one's sent in by Paris, and it's just epic monologue. I need the taint.
I need the taint.
I need the taint. So
just smashing through every monologue.
Yeah. Any epic monologue you have, I guarantee if you add I need the taint in, it will make it that much better.
Heighten the monologue.
Totally.
It will then be regarded as the greatest monologue of all
ever.
time.
Totally. I agree.
Doesn't matter if it how relevant it is.
No.
Just
say, whack it in there.
I need the taint.
I need the taint.
Beginning, middle, or end.
No further elaboration needed, honestly.
No, that could be the whole monologue.
No, I need the taint.
Everyone just stands up and they're like,
I need the taint.
I need the taint.
I need the taint.
I need the taint.
The next one is once again sent in by Jack, and once again people ragging on you for me being like, fill the silence. Fill the silence.
You said
Jack.
What? The silence.
Fill the silence.
The silence.
While I drink.
Fill the silence.
Go on, give us a.
Fill the silence.
Any more?
The silence, the silence, the silence.
Wow.
What do you think?
I thought that was great. I feel like that was very akin to this meme.
Yeah, it's the same tune.
We now have a running joke where Jack is just a whole group of choir boys in a trench coat.
The entire choir at the same time. You know when people are like, what's that thing where it's like that person tries to sing the whole song and they're doing
all voices.
All the voices. They're doing the vocals, they're doing the bass, they're doing the melody. That's me.
You're all the vocals in that Evanescence song.
Yeah.
Every single one. You do genuinely do every single vocal when you sing
best.
as well.
I try my best.
Just choir boys in a trench coat. That's all you are.
Kobolds in a trench coat.
Yeah, choir boys in a trench coat. And these last two, these aren't necessarily memes.
No, these are just templates.
We have we have meme templates
of ourselves,
and they're used quite regularly, I would say. I can't quite remember who actually put together these templates. I'll post it down below, obviously.
They're fine. They're fantastic though.
But this is the meme template of Jack.
Me.
I love the really sweet
Hello.
wave, and then just the. I feel like we've already had so much gold out of these templates already, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then here's my template, which is the typical stay with me.
Stay with me now.
Stay with me. Listen.
Stay with me. Listen.
Stay with me. Was it Paris who was like, Margaret's giving off mega church vibes?
Mega church.
Stay with me. Stay with me now. Stay with me now.
And I'm saying something real obscure right now, but stay with me.
And then just.
Yeah, you do pull some pretty. I don't agree, or I don't. This is distasteful in my opinion. Faces.
Thanks, Jack. Do you think I feel like you definitely pull more than I do?
It's because you're reading.
True. You're normally doing the reacting.
I think we would probably lose every subscriber if I was to read the submissions.
That's not true.
Because I'm bad at reading out loud.
That's not true. That's not true.
Read perfectly fine, and then as soon as I have to read out loud, I'm like, have you
A part to predict?
A part to predict.
Reverdict Scavern.
Oh, that was going to peak real hard.
Oh, no.
I'm going to turn that one down.
R.I.P. I'm sorry, everyone. That was like a sonic boom. You're all fucking dead.
I heard a peak on my headphones.
Did you? Yeah. Did it hurt your own ears?
No, it didn't hurt, but it's going to hurt yours.
Thanks, Jack. So that's it. That's meme time.
That's meme time.
Thanks, Jack. You know what? I was going to try and make a joke. I don't know if you saw. My mind was not catching up with mouth fast enough. Why say many word when few word work?
Were you going to make a joke about me?
I wasn't going to make a joke about you. I was going to make a joke about... I don't know. You know what? I was like, fill the silence with a joke. But
no!
Mind not work good.
Fill the silence with you reading out loud to everyone.
Whoever has a brain cell. You've had it for a little while now,
for far too long.
And this is my plea. Could you please give the brain cell back?
I gave Margaret my dice.
You did? Oh, you did? Do you want to...
I've kept one of them because one of them's just too good and it always rolls too
One
well.
of them's the player killer, which, of course, only rolls crits on us. Go on. Oh my god.
Should we see what they're all?
Wow. Yeah, go on.
I've given them to you.
Yeah. 9 and a 15.
9 and 15. That's not bad.
I like those odds.
Yeah, so I got some new dice from Jen and Sarah.
Yeah, you did.
They were in the last 2 episodes. Very fantastic, very beautiful. Now my new favorite dice, and these I've given to Margaret. Yeah. Well, I didn't give them to you. As soon as you saw that I was getting new dice, Margaret was like,
"You want them?
You still want those there?
You still eating that?
You gonna use them? See, that's me though. You gonna eat that?
You gonna eat that? You gonna finish that?"
So I give Margaret my dice.
Thank you.
So I've given her the gummy shark.
Yeah.
What are you gonna call this one?
The
player killer.
Yeah.
I'm
just gonna turn on everyone. I don't know. I'll call it Big Dice.
Big Dice.
Few word.
Big Dice. Few word.
Big Dice. Few
there
word.
It is. Oh, that was very snatchy.
Natural 20, baby.
I would be impressed if you hadn't snatched from me.
I'm snatchy.
There was some grabby hands.
You know, raccoons.
I hadn't even put it down and she was like...
Yeah, I definitely have raccoon hands.
Yeah, you have raccoon hands.
I do like to snatch.
You do like to snatch.
I'm a big snatcher.
You're a bit of a snatcher.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a snatcher. What were we talking about?
There we go. They look beautiful.
Thanks, Jack. They do.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
They look really nice.
Can you see them?
There you go.
I hope there you go.
There you go.
Can you tell that we've been watching a lot of Julian Solomia?
It's because he's doing his Aries Kitchen cooking show again.
Aries Kitchen Stops. Shout out to Julian. This video
Julian,
is sponsored by Julian Solomia.
Yeah.
And only Julian Solomia.
Julian, if you ever want to play D&D, I'm happy to
Yeah, hit us up, please, Julian. Please, God, please.
Please.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, I think that's about it.
Yeah, we haven't really been up to much, to be honest.
Been
chugging along.
Doing the stuff.
Doing the things.
Doing the life.
Yeah.
Living.
Living, dying.
Don't know if it's living the dream.
But, definitely alive.
I'm definitely living.
We're definitely
We're definitely still alive.
Yep. Mood.
Yeah?
What a vibe.
What a vibe.
Well, I guess, if that's it.
I think that's it.
We've covered Meantime.
Meantime.
We've...
Are you just...
Yeah. Well, I guess then, without any further ado, that was brief for us.
I think it was brief for us.
We're 22 minutes in. That's brief.
But we're good. We're professional podcasters now, you see.
Definitely. We're very concise.
Yeah. No, that's the word I would use to describe us.
Yeah, totally concise.
Concise.
Yep.
To the point.
Yeah.
I mean, that is what concise means, but
Go on. Any other
thesaurus? I would say that describes us perfectly.
To the point. Yeah. No sidetracking, no tangenting. Straight to the point. And I guess with that segue,
we'll get straight
into today's topic, which is... Give me a drum roll with your mouth. Oh,
my mouth.
Yeah, with your mouth. Horrible house rules. No! You kind of shocked me at the end, to be honest.
Why? You crescendos.
You know when you're expecting a jump scare and then you tense up because you're expecting it and it makes the jump scare so much worse. That's exactly what I just did in that moment.
That wasn't a jump scare though.
It was a bit of a jump scare.
Was it?
For me. I'm frightened of everything.
Yeah.
I'm frightened
almost everything. She turns around and she sees you there. She's like, we're going, what do you say?
You scared me.
You scared me.
You shocked me.
You shocked me. You scared me.
I do like to be scared.
All day, every day.
All day, every day, baby. Any given moment, you can guarantee I'm scared.
Never really not scared.
No.
Mostly just scared.
Yeah. Indeed. It's, different levels of scared.
Scurred.
Spooked. I'm spooked.
Badooked.
Okay, so... This is D&D Horrible House Rules. These have all been pulled from
the Reddit.
The D&D Reddit.
There's fucking loads of these, isn't there? So
there's many of these.
Shall I still try and keep track of them?
Yes. Please. You know what? It's because it gives me a rough idea of where I am when editing. I don't know why I'm explaining this. Margaret, cut this out. You don't need to leave this bit in.
No, you don't. You can leave this in. I feel like people need to understand the inner workings of the podcast.
Oh, totally. I'll also give you the 3 digits on the back of my credit card too while I'm at it if you want them.
Okay, number 1.
Number 1.
All right.
So.
Done. Time's down.
Huh?
The time is down.
Oh, thank you.
I've done my job.
I thought you said the dog is down,
no.
and I was like, he's not down.
The dog is very much.
He's very much up.
The dog is very much walking around,
very much vertical,
ready to cause a ruckus.
Yep.
Our little bully bean.
Yep. Anyway, number 01.
Number 01.
So, this first horrible D&D house rule. Also, we want to preface this. I know we name it horrible house rules because we're dramatic and we want people to click on the video.
That's what YouTube makes you do.
Yeah,
but it's YouTube's fault. Everyone blame YouTube.
Yeah. So, these are all house rules that people have implemented in D&D.
Yes.
And, they're presented as a negative thing. And I think a lot of us would agree.
Some of them
on
are.
them.
Some of them are terrible.
Yes, and some of them are just funny.
Some of them are just hilarious.
And, we want to say, like, every table works differently.
Yes.
If any of these rules you play with or you like the sound of,
and you want to use them,
use them.
Don't listen to us.
Just
two idiots on the internet.
Just two idiots on the internet.
Just trying to make some content.
And the most important thing
trying to have a good time.
Like, as long as you enjoy them and your table enjoys them,
doesn't matter.
Everyone else can get fucked.
It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks.
Totally.
But
number 01.
Yes.
Cure wounds requires an attack roll.
Terrible.
Have you heard the rest of it?
No.
So, the cleric wanted to crit heal, so this was the DM's solution. We were low level and proceeded to TPK on the next pack of random encounter wolves we came across. The cleric missed every cure wounds they cast.
How? Okay.
So
you need to roll to heal someone.
Yes.
That's not good.
Well, and it sounds like it's because the cleric was like, I would like to be able to critically heal someone if I roll a natural 20. And then the DM was like,
well, if that's the case, you got But then what's the DC? It surely can't be the armor class.
Well, I was going to say it has to be the armor class, right? Because it required an attack roll. Do you know what I mean? It would have had to have been. What if you have like a paladin who can bump their AC up to like 23?
Yeah, then you just never get any heal.
Like, do you know what I mean?
So the thing is, though, we've said it before, we'll say it again. Healing in 5e is hard. Like, it's hard to keep up unless you're like the Twilight cleric or something like that.
Yeah.
That can dish out loads
of
or like,
passive
I don't know,
healing.
like the Life cleric, which still it's good, but still not good enough.
Yeah.
Like, to then also have a DC that you need to hit to you're just wasting spell slots at that point.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's it. I was gonna say, like, do you think it lost the spell slot?
Oh yeah, 100%.
As well?
It'll have expended the spell slot.
Man, see, you know what? It feels bad rolling like a 1 or 2 on healing.
Do you get to multi-heal?
What do you mean?
So when you get extra attack, do you get extra heal?
Oh, do you get to like double it up? I have absolutely no idea.
Because you can't cast 2 spells in one turn.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And would this apply to things like, I was going to say Aura Vitality, but that isn't.
And if this is the case, then there probably needs to be a healing cantrip as well.
Well, yeah. But
That's why it doesn't work.
Yeah. I can't see a world in which anyone would want to try this.
I think it would be cool if you could heal somebody, roll a d20 just to see if you got a 20. And if you got a 20,
and then
like,
you could critically heal them.
The other numbers don't matter, but if you critically heal, then you heal double. Yeah. That would be kind of cool.
That would be cool. That would be a really cool rule. That would kind of maybe help there.
Don't have the heal miss.
Yeah.
Don't have that feels like that. I think that is the worst feeling thing ever. Like, missing an attack is okay, but like missing a heal.
Especially if it's kind of like life or death, right?
Yeah.
Like
wanting to critically heal and then actually not doing that and missing.
And I suppose that would carry over to the enemies, right? But
yeah.
like even then, I can't see a world in which people would be like, yeah, I'm happy to roll an attack roll to heal. But it sounds like the cleric wanted this. And I'm not surprised you TPK'd.
Oh, did the TPK?
Oh yeah, they TPK'd.
Oh, I didn't. My mind was racing with all of the ways that this probably isn't gonna work.
They TPK'd on the next random encounter wolves. Oh. Because the cleric missed all of the attacks. Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, I would be happy to roll a d20, but literally just to see if you got a 20. To see if you could like, or maybe you could like, I don't know.
It adds like another element to it, and it kind of makes healing maybe a bit more dynamic, I think.
Yeah,
which
definitely.
Which it needs.
It does need.
Yeah.
At the minute, it's not dynamic at all.
Yeah, agreed.
Feels bad. Like extra. Like, if somebody wants to be a proper fucking healer, like maybe, I don't know, then you start to get in the realms of all sorts of cheesiness, like extra attack, extra heal, being able to cast 2 spells, but you can cast 2 spells in a turn, but they can only be healing spells.
Yeah.
But
it's kind of like the idea of like the exploding dice, right? Like if you roll like, I don't know, on a Cure Wounds you roll an 8, you get to add another dice on.
Oh, yeah, see, like, yeah, something like that. The exploding dice is like if you hit max, you get to roll an extra dice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good actually. I think that might work.
Yeah, I think that's a cool one. But again, and the thing, you know what? I was going to say that could get out of hand, but would it? Because how often is that going to happen?
And healing's so weak.
Healing is so very weak.
So weak in 5e.
Then, I guess the question is, if that's using Cure Wounds as the example, if you do like a 3rd level Cure Wounds and you're rolling 3d8, would you say every d8 that rolls an 8, you would add another one on? Or it would just be once per...
Can you not re-roll an exploded dice? So, like, if you get the 8 and then you re-roll and you get another 8, you can't re-roll that exploded dice.
Well, the point of exploded dice is it goes forever, baby.
Yeah, maybe there's a limit on how many times it can explode, maybe.
Yeah.
Then you just add in so many rules.
Yeah, I know. For one thing that probably isn't going to happen that often, right?
No.
Although we say this, you gave Josh, our sorcerer, not Malice, Igneous. Oh my goodness, Igneous, our sorcerer. You gave him the new 1D&D sorcerer cantrip, which is kind of based on exploding dice, right?
Sorcerer's Burst, yeah. But the thing is, right, Sorcerer's Burst is actually a D6, not a D10.
Yeah.
And also, it doesn't explode on a 5 or a 6, it just explodes on a 6.
Yeah, right, yeah.
So I said you can have an exploding D10
yes.
on a 9 and a 10.
Yes.
So it's way better.
Yeah, and we were like, that's probably not going to happen often. Happened.
Yeah, you got an exploding dice and then you rolled a 1 on the next day.
Yeah, he did, but it still happened.
Yeah, so the dice still scale.
Yeah,
like,
so every now and then.
With your normal cantrip dice, yeah.
Yeah. But, Cure Wounds requiring an attack roll, I'm not down with that.
I'm not with it.
I'm not down with that. I don't know many people who would. Oh, is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Should we rate them on a thumbs up or thumbs down?
Yeah, or like if you're indifferent.
Like a one of these.
Like one of them, but it's just the thumb
Apparently
instead
this
of the
means
pinky.
unicorn.
I can see.
Yeah, me too, actually. Anyway.
Do you think it was this?
Yeah, I did.
Or maybe it is this. I don't fucking know.
Anyway.
Where'd you get that from?
Eurovision last night. Anyone watch Eurovision?
You know somebody did because you were talking to them about him in the Discord.
We definitely had a bit of a Eurovision party going on.
Margaret was sat in the Discord with like 5 other people talking about Eurovision.
Absolutely buzzing off Eurovision. Eurovision's great.
I like Eurovision.
I love Eurovision.
It's just good crack, innit?
It is good crack. Sorry. Anyway, wow. You know how we were like, we are straight to the point.
Straight to the point. Concise.
Okay. Right. Number 2.
Number 2.
So, gear degradation and maintenance. If you don't specify that you're doing something like repairing or cleaning your equipment during rest or downtime, the DM assumes that you didn't do it. Because you didn't do it, you get punished down the line, like your weapons getting rusted, your bowstring breaking mid-combat, you smell because you never took a bath, so NPCs don't want to interact with you, etc., etc. It's these minor house rules of enhancing realism that just led into having an annoying experience.
The thing is, right, I don't like these... If you don't do it, the DM assumes. Because basically that's just... Everyone does it. Everyone does it because everyone doesn't want their gear to degrade.
Yeah, of course.
Nobody wants their sword to break, their bowstring to snap or anything like that. So basically, the DM's just sat there, like, looking around the table and waiting. They haven't done it.
This is like you shit yourself rule.
Yes, it's the you shit yourself rule.
You shit yourself rule.
It's the you shit yourself rule. Like, if you didn't tell me that you went to toilet, you're going to shit yourself in combat. It's like, why? Because the thing is, right, the DM just wants your shit to break.
Yeah. Because
otherwise they would remind you every time.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
And then, like, the thing is, right, it's the whole, OP kind of touches on it here, like, enhancing realism. Now, I can see how in something like a gritty realism campaign or like something like that, this would work and this would actually probably be pertinent and a really important mechanic. But in a regular D&D game, what are you doing this for?
The thing is, it's like repairing your, like, keeping on top of your gear, keeping on top of your swords, your bows. It doesn't have any benefit. It only has a downside if you don't do it. It's like, why don't you, if they do keep on top of their armor and they do keep on top of the weapons and the bows and things like that, then there is like some
like a weapon gets like a plus D4 or something like that.
Yes, plus a D4 to attack in your next attack that hits or something like that.
Yeah.
So if you want to like have at least a benefit instead of just a benefit and no benefit and just a negative.
Yeah, totally. And again, I think you're right. The idea that like the DM assumes you didn't do it.
Yeah.
But it's like, you're not just some pleb who works, on a farm doing farm stuff. Like you're like an adventurer, you're a hero, you're proficient in what you do, Like,
I just think that
you would do that, someone would do those things anyway.
My fighter will know how to take care of their gear.
Totally.
I don't know how to take care of my gear because I don't have any gear. I've never fought before, so it's like you want to apply realism.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, then I'm probably not the guy to play D&D.
Yeah, it ain't me, baby.
I've never had a sword.
No,
or any armor.
I have actually owned a sword.
I don't.
I've owned a sword. I've owned a sword. I've owned a sword. And I'm not taking any further questions. Anymore.
The police will be around.
You'll never see me again. Like I feel like again this is one of those like
it's just a gotcha in it.
It's like, a gotcha.
You forgot to do it, so your shit breaks.
It isn't. Like... And if everyone agrees that this is a core mechanic, then that's fair enough. And again, in a gritty realism, I can see this again.
Because the thing is, all the DM is waiting for is for the moment that you didn't remember to do
exactly, to be like, you shoot yourself.
Yeah, you shoot yourself. You put yourself in combat. Your sword breaks. Your bowstring breaks.
Yeah, and like the whole thing of like NPCs won't interact with you and stuff. That's just fucking really annoying.
Yeah, it's annoying.
That's just really annoying.
Not a big fan
that feels very DM against player.
Yeah,
there,
100%.
I'm afraid. And also from the same OP. There was kind of two sections to this.
Is this number 3?
Number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3. Thanks for keeping track, Jack. If you play a warlock, you don't get to choose your own spells. While yes, I can see the reasoning behind it because you were given your power rather than learning or inheriting it, it removes player agency, which is a very big no-no in my perspective.
Same.
I agree,
like
totally.
You pick a class because you think of the fantasy of like, when I cast this spell, like, and you also build it. So a lot of people build warlocks like around a build.
Yes,
and
and the spell list that's available to that warlock.
A lot of them also, like the fiendish one gets a bunch of fire-based spells like Wall of Fire, Fireball, and then that just it's like you want to have like some synergy, but if you can't pick the spell list, then you can't pick the synergy of the class.
Jeez, especially a warlock who's not a prepared spellcaster.
Yeah,
like
you've got that
the whole time,
level. And like that might be sessions and sessions and sessions, and there's nothing worse than picking a spell that you're not going to use. But imagine if your DM picks a spell that you don't like. I imagine it's the DM that picks it.
Yes, the DM picks it. I'm assuming.
Not a big fan of that one. Like,
no, I know. I feel like OP says it best. That really takes away player agency. Like that feels really restrictive.
Imagine
for
like when I think of a spellcaster, I think about like when I cast a spell, like how it looks and how I theme it.
Yeah.
So if I get given like, if I'm like, oh yeah, I just love all this fire stuff, like Caleb Widowgast.
Yeah.
And I get all like excited by fire, and then the DM picks me no fire spells, and they're like, here's fairy fire. It's like, that doesn't work. Like, it's not what I want.
You would really have to trust your DM here.
Yeah.
But like, you know what? The warlock and the patron relationship can be like such a complicated dynamic regardless.
Yes.
I feel like this would, if you're not getting any say in your spells, regardless of what class you're playing, that would be frustrating, right?
Yes.
Regardless of what you're playing.
Regardless
like
of what
warlock or not, patron or not.
Like, it's like, why do clerics not?
Yeah.
Because their gifts are bestowed by a god. Just because their warlock's patron is evil. Why does it then... There's always like these problem classes.
Yeah,
Rogue,
I know.
And warlock.
And monk.
Nobody plays a monk, so we don't hear the stories.
Wow. Strap in, baby. Somewhere
there is... about to eat my words?
There is definitely something in here about poor sweet monks, to be honest.
Poor sweet monks.
Sweet monks. But yeah, no, people fucking hate rogues. People fucking hate warlocks.
Like,
why?
I just don't know like why the patron thing has to be such a massive... It is a massive part of the class. I get it, but like... I think DMs need to like listen to their players about what they want.
Definitely.
Like a patron relationship is like, one of the big reasons
really
that
important.
And Eldritch Blast is the reasons that you pick Warlock.
Yeah.
So it's like, I feel like the player should, unless they literally come to you and they're like, I want nothing to do with it, you tell me how it all happens.
Yeah.
I think they need to, like, do you want a close relationship? Do you want
to
talk
a good
to your
relationship?
Do you want a bad relationship?
Yeah.
Is it Is it like a collaboration?
Yeah.
Do you do it together?
Yeah.
It's like as soon as people pick Warlock, people think, oh, I can't wait to fucking like make this character's life fucking hell. Because their patron's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have to be the way it goes.
It doesn't, I feel like that's a trope, and I also like that trope, to be honest. But yeah.
But that
has to be on the player's terms.
Your patron can be bad, but like Ford, take Ford. Like I won't fucking ruin anything for you, but his patron isn't particularly like the nicest.
Yeah.
But Ford still got to do what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
So he got to cast the spells he wanted to cast.
Wasn't governed by it. Yeah, totally.
It was like I bestow these things upon you because I need you to be powerful. It's like there is, a reason why they're giving them the things.
Totally.
That I think sometimes DMs forget.
Totally. I agree. And don't pick your play spells. I wouldn't suggest it.
Unless you want to give them some extra spells on top of the spells they're getting.
Could be an option, huh? Everyone likes more spells.
Everyone likes more spells. I like more spells.
I like more spells, and I'm not even a spellcaster.
Well, you sort of are. A little bit, kind of.
Yeah, I've definitely moved away from it. But okay, number 4. Number 4. So you don't heal during rests, and only your maximum health increases when leveling up. So your current health doesn't increase when you level up unless you are already at max health, but you could make a medicine check to bandage yourself or others for 2d4 plus wisdom plus proficiency 2 times per long rest. And there was a feat that gave proficiency in medicine and also increased the number of uses to 4. It sounded really weird at first, but I actually really enjoy being able to heal myself or others without needing potions and without being a class that gets healing spells.
Yeah.
You know what?
I don't understand the whole thing. It's like you don't increase your maximum health when you level up.
So you do increase your maximum health, but you don't heal.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? The way I formatted that wasn't exactly clear.
It's okay.
So yeah, you don't heal during rest. Only your maximum health increases when you're leveling up, not your current health. So let's say you have 30 hit points.
Yeah.
You've been hit down to 12.
Yeah.
You would level up, get 38 more hit points.
You get your maximum health will go to 38.
But you would still be on 12 current hit points.
Okay. So you only heal when?
When you can make a medicine check and bandage yourself or others.
Twice per long rest.
Twice per long rest, unless you take a feat and it gives you up to 4.
Okay.
So the question is, it says you don't heal during rests.
That's the only. I don't mind the there's a rule in the game called like healing surge.
Yeah.
Not that many people know about, and I think a lot of like people don't use it. Where you can like use half of your maximum hit dice to just heal up.
Yeah.
And you don't need to rest to do it.
Yeah.
So I think there is something. I do like the idea of like having a medicine kit. Having bandages to do some healing.
I agree. I like the idea of being able to have some sort of like a kit. OP kind of says it best. Without needing to use a potion.
Like having to spend 50 gold on a potion.
Exactly. Without needing to expend spell slots. And if you like it, you can get a feat. Now, do I think maybe a feat... I wouldn't personally use a feat to get proficiency in medicine and to double up the uses. But however, maybe at late game when you don't have any of the feats you want to take, I guess.
Thing is, right, this sounds great. It doesn't sound like it scales very well.
No, 2d4 plus wisdom plus prof. Wisdom.
That sounds great at like the first handful of levels.
Totally.
But then feels like it would just become useless.
It would have to scale.
That's like the new thing for the druid. The druid had like healing blossoms or something like that in the new 1D&D thing.
Yeah.
And it sounds great, and it's like a free thing that they can use, but it just doesn't scale.
Yeah.
Like I think everyone needs I always scale a lot of things off proficiency bonus.
Yes.
Because then it sort of scales with the or off level.
To be fair, this does give you proficiency bonus as well.
That's only giving you an extra 1 heal on top. It's like why aren't you able to use it a number of times equal to proficiency bonus?
To your proficiency bonus. Yeah, totally. Like.
And at certain levels, like maybe the dice goes from a D4 to a D6.
Yes,
or something
definitely.
Like that.
Because 2D4 when you're level 10 is going to be
negligible.
Nothing. Especially if you don't have a good wisdom mod.
I do like the idea of having like a healer's kit.
Yes, I do.
Or like just something to
tide you over, maybe.
Yeah, because like you are an adventurer. You would understand how to like cauterize a wound, or like splint a broken arm or something like that.
Yeah.
So I do like that. I do as well. I do like the idea of that.
I think that's like a nice, fun addition. I wouldn't want to have to save a feat to be able to double it, and
but the healer might.
True,
like that would save me another like 2 spell slots.
True,
to get another like double the usage or something like
that. But also you don't heal during rests. I've said it before. I think you should be able to heal during rest.
I agree. Like that's the hit dice is a resource.
Yeah, exactly, and you're still using it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think. Pardon me, I burped
into the microphone.
Did you hear it?
I don't mind it. I think you should still be able to heal on rest. So
I agree. But yeah, I think, and you know what? OP says, I didn't think I'd like it, but I actually really do.
And, I can see that. Like
me too.
I do think I would like to introduce like a healing kit into the game.
I think a healing kit would be cool.
A healing kit would be cool, like into the game.
Yeah.
Like, and you
the ability to do it on others too.
Yeah, like maybe it is like a successful medicine check. But if you fail the medicine check, you don't waste the kit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so that it doesn't feel bad.
But it's like maybe it's not so much like there's 2 healers kits, there's 2 like attempts.
Got you. Yes.
So you don't lose it if you fail.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like the soul knife, when they get the extra die, and if you don't like succeed on the check, the dice doesn't expend. Like the eloquence bard, something like that. If you get me.
Yep.
I
know nothing about the eloquence bard nor the soul knife, to be honest.
The king was an eloquence bard in the first campaign.
He was an eloquence bard. Yeah, he was. So yeah. Okay. Here we go.
Is it the monk?
We're on to the little monkey monk. This is number 5. Is this 5?
Yeah. Well done, Margaret.
Thank you.
You're doing so well.
Thank you so much. Number 5.
Number 5.
So the stunned and paralyzed conditions don't incapacitate. Enemies can still act and move without restriction, but the only thing that happens is you get advantage on attack rolls against them and crit in the case of paralysis. This was pretty much in direct response to the party monk stunning things. The monk class is too OP and needed to be nerfed, apparently.
Oh, fucking Jesus Christ.
That's it.
So, there has been actually, I've seen quite a lot of, like, in the channels that I watch, there's been quite a bit of discourse about, like, the stunned and paralysis condition.
Yep.
Because they don't like, some of the DMs that I listen to, they don't like doing it to their players because it's like, you come to D&D to play.
Definitely.
Your player gets stunned, and then they just miss their turn in combat, which feels bad.
I think XP to level 3 touched on this.
It was XP to level 3, yeah.
Yeah, Jacob said that, like, he just does not do it to his players because it feels bad.
It does feel bad.
Which it does.
But I don't mind it being done to enemies.
Yes.
That sounds like DM frustration.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Like the thing is, like, you can't say the monk's OP because
the monk is fucking not.
It's just not.
The monk is not. The monk
it's not
is
monk.
So...
The monk isn't OP, but it's not as fucking dog shit as everyone says it is.
No.
Literally, the fundamental problem with monks is everything costs a key point.
Yeah.
You don't have enough key points.
Yeah, exactly. And when, other classes, looking at you, rogues, get to do...
Dash, hide, disengage.
Exactly.
It's
for
like...
nothing, basically.
Yeah, and like, the monk can disengage and dash, or dash and hide as a bonus action only if it spends a key point.
Yeah.
So it's basically just a shit version of it.
It's a bit of a balancing issue with those things.
And it's like, the key points are spent to do the stunning strike.
Yeah.
To do the flurry of blows.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And, yes, okay, you could make an argument that Stunning Strike in itself is very powerful, which it is. But why would you take away the core mechanic of the monk?
The problem is, but here again, it's like, everyone's like, oh, Stunning Strike's so overpowered. But the problem is, the monk is mad, like, multi-ability score dependent. So, like, their DC for Stunning Strike isn't going to be high unless they...
actually go out of their way to
try to make it really hard to succeed.
Yeah, and again, if you don't know what MAD is, it is multi-score...
multi-ability score dependent.
Which means basically instead of having your kind of like 2 main stats, one main stat and then, a secondary.
The paladin's the same.
There's multiple. There's kind of like 3 stats you kind of need to balance.
So the monk needs good dex.
Yep.
Good con. good wisdom.
Yeah.
You can sacrifice the con, but the problem is you're a frontline fighter.
Yeah, and then what?
So you're just going to die.
Yeah,
and
because
then, I'm pretty
your
sure
con contributes to your health.
Yeah, all of your attacks are off dexterity.
Yeah.
And then your wisdom, I think, is what dictates
your
DC.
Your DCs.
So some monk subclasses balance it better than others. Some desperately fucking need the wisdom to be high.
Yeah.
So, you can't say monks are OP because they're not.
Because anything that has to worry so much about the stats like that, there isn't enough numbers to go around.
There's not, unless you get really lucky. But back to this.
Yes.
I don't mind stunning and paralyzing and everything on enemies. But
yes.
I'm the same. I don't really use it on you guys.
No, you don't.
I use it now and then.
Yeah.
But not that often.
Yeah. No, I agree.
But just just being like, I change it because the monk is OP.
Yeah, I know.
That's not fair.
I know.
So what was it?
So enemies can still act and move without restriction.
Yeah.
The only thing that happens is you can get advantage on attack rolls against them. Like
flanking does that.
I know. There's so many other ways that you could get advantage.
I know.
Like in instant and having to spend your key points.
To then just be able to get advantage. How many key points is it
to do a stunning strike?
It's only one.
Right. Okay.
But you only have a number equal to your monk level.
Yeah.
Man. And you want to do flurry of blows, and you want to do step of the wind,
and
you want to if you catch a missile to throw it back as a key point.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's like everything costs key points. So you're just making spending key points even less fun.
I don't know who would spend a key point just to get advantage on attack rolls.
I mean, I would, but the problem is it should be doing more.
Yeah.
It should be
because its rules is written.
Destabilizing. Just debilitating the creature.
And that's one of the main things about the monk.
Yeah, 100%.
It's like with a rogue with sneak attacks. Give your rogue the sneak attacks.
Give your monk the stunning strike.
Give your rogue the attack the unaware.
Yeah.
And give your monks the stunning strikes. Yeah. Please. These poor little lads.
Poor monks.
Poor monks.
Poor monks. There's my rant about monks.
There's the monk rant.
My weekly rant about monks.
Yeah, done, dusted. Until the next week. So this is number 6.
Number 6.
Yeah. So I've experienced a terrible initiative system overhaul. So a PC would get a turn, but then an enemy would get a turn. Therefore, if there were 4 characters fighting a boss, the turn order would be something like rogue, boss, fighter, boss, cleric, boss, sorcerer, boss, new round.
Oh,
and the cycle continues.
No.
This made for a short-lived campaign.
Yeah, because I bet y'all died.
Jeez.
The game is built off action economy.
Totally.
Oh
my God.
You have an action, you have a bonus action, you have a reaction, and then, as it gets better, you get extra attacks or better spells.
Yeah.
So then to just be you go, they go, you go, they go, you go, they go,
that wipes out entirely.
Breaks the foundation of the game, what the game is built on.
And there's a reason why hard bosses have things like legendary actions.
Exactly. That's the point. It's
bosses with legendary actions are tough.
It's you could literally put Vecna in the game. If you take all of the legendary actions out, you can put an extremely strong boss in there. Take the legendary actions away, and then that fight becomes too easy.
It becomes trivialized.
It's like the bad guys, if there's only one of them, need to be able to react, move, cast extra spells, do things in there. That's the point of legendary actions.
Yeah.
Because when there's one thing, it allows you to weave in stuff during the combat.
Yeah, and
if it just was your turn, then you waited the whole time to get back to your turn, to die.
And typically one boss battles or one creature battles. I was going to say bottles.
Oh, bottles. Creature bottles.
The enemy has to be tough, right? Yeah. Fighting against, for this example, a party of 4. I cannot, especially, if the combats are dialed up like yours are, be fucking dead.
Yeah, 100%.
Would be dead in the ground.
Yeah.
100% dead in the ground.
That just doesn't work.
What do you prefer? Single-side initiative or this?
Single-side initiative.
I also think I prefer single-side initiative.
That's just broken.
Yeah.
What happens when there's multiple enemies? Do they all get a go?
If
there's 5 enemies and then 4 PCs.
Did all 5 go
do all 5
after
of them? Do all 5 go?
Because
then it's the rogue, then 5, then fighter, then 5?
Yeah.
Because that sounds how it works. And
surely it can.
Surely you can't have legendary actions on top of this.
I was going to say, how would something like... But to be fair, OP says it was a short-lived campaign.
Yeah, probably because everyone's dead. Because
everyone died in the first combat.
Because it's too hard.
Imagine a level 1 combat. Imagine
if, like, a single hobgoblin would, like, got a turn every single time.
Every time.
That's like fighting 5 hobgoblins.
Like, I can't foresee how you wouldn't wipe.
No, you would. Every time. Every time.
Surely you would. Oh, OP, that's stinky.
That's stinky.
I think I agree. Terrible initiative system. I agree.
Stinky poo poo.
I agree. Again, there's some things in the game where, you know, we all love a homebrew rule, right? We all love a house rule.
We love a homebrew rule, like, it's cool.
It's you know, to fill in some of the gaps, but I think, you know,
there's no gap. This is what legendary actions are for.
Things like this, like, you don't need to overhaul it. I understand why some people think that they need to. You don't need to. You don't need to.
Like, some things aren't broken and don't need fixing, and initiative is one of them.
Yeah.
And, like, initiative can be broken, but that's where legendary actions come in.
Exactly.
The moments where you have a 1 creature battle, but they'll just get mauled in 1 round because it takes too long to get back to their turn.
Yeah.
And then that's why there is legendary actions.
Yeah. Stinky.
Stinky. Don't like that.
Okay, on to number 6.
So 6.
I had a DM who either didn't understand the rules or house ruled this. Every action made in a threatened square provoked an attack of opportunity. Walking up to engage combat.
This is number 7.
This is number 7. AoE attacking. AoE full defense. No.
Attack of opportunity.
I'm reading this right. Oh my god. It's formatted. It's formatted so they've hyphenate? No.
It's abbreviated.
Abbreviated.
It's capital A, lower O, capital O.
Yeah. Ow.
Ow.
Wolf voice.
Ow. Ow.
Ow. Sorry, let me go from the beginning there. Every action made in a threatened square provoked an attack of opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
So walking up to engage combat, attack of opportunity. Attacking, attack of opportunity. Defense, attack of opportunity. There was even a time where we were in a confined space and 2 players were squeezed into 1 space, and he made us take an attack of opportunity at each other. Never been more frustrated. You know what? That does sound potentially like maybe the DM like didn't understand those
I feel like,
rules.
maybe they don't quite get it.
Yeah, totally.
So I know that there is an addition. Is it 4th? I'm not sure. Where if you were within melee range of the enemy, and you moved around them without breaking attack of opportunity range. So let's just say it was they were within 5 feet.
Yeah.
You were on this side and you wanted to get to the other.
Yeah.
So without breaking attack of opportunity range, you walked around.
Yeah.
And every 5 feet that you moved while you were next to them, you get an attack of opportunity. Which is, and it's like, this is even worse because, right? Do you know what this?
Well, also, just to clear up, in case you don't know what attack of opportunity is, it's basically if you're stood in a square adjacent to an enemy, if you move away, normally it's a range of 5 feet, but it can go up to...
It depends on the creature's range.
If you basically move away from that character, they get to take an attack of opportunity at you as you leave.
Yeah. So, the thing is, right, this just encourages, like, let's just say there was an enemy 15 feet away from you. You would just say, I move up 10 feet and hold my action.
And wait for it to...
Because then if they moved into yours, you'd be
able to attack it,
So it's like, everyone's just going to play ranged characters.
Yeah, and like, it's the idea that the DM was like, attack each other.
Attack each other. Oh, you've got to attack. Just like, why would we? But because you're in
the same space.
Because you're in close quarters and you're moving around each other, and that's how the rules work.
Like, I think maybe it really sounds like maybe the DM didn't understand this. I
feel like they just don't understand it. That's not. That sucks.
Oh, totally that. No, yeah.
I'm giving it hard thumbs down.
I like how we did that in the first instance.
Got to bring it back. Tell you what I do like, though.
Yeah. Go on. Players attacking each other.
Call me... love it. There was a few that were like, if you get knocked prone, when you get up, the enemy gets inside. Because I can actually mechanically see, understand, like, or like, if you were on the floor and tried to get up, you would be vulnerable to an attack.
Yeah, or they would try to keep you down.
And the thing is, right, prone is great for having movement, but that's about it.
Yeah,
like, if, melee enemies get advantage on you, But when it comes to your turn, if you just got knocked prone, you just stand up.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing as like a fumble table where you drop your weapon, right?
Yeah, so I don't mind the attack of opportunity getting up from prone, but that's the only one I actually quite like.
Yeah, but walking into the space.
Moving into the space of an enemy, attack of opportunity. Why? Why is that an attack of opportunity? Where is the opportunity there?
And like, the full defense. What does that mean? Like just standing there? Like
is it like just taking the dodge action?
Is it casting shield? Like what is it?
Like is taking the dodge I feel like taking the dodge action is the absolute opposite of being prone to an attack.
To an attack of opportunity.
I make sure that I don't attack and ready my defenses, and then the DM's like, all right, well, I get an attack of opportunity. And it's like, no, you don't.
Yeah.
Like, that's the opposite of what you should get.
Yeah, I definitely think, I hope there isn't a world where a DM would make you do this genuinely, right?
Well, apparently there is.
Oh, yeah. I bet, I agree. That sounds so
dreadful.
Frustrating.
Tell me which edition it was. I think it was 4th. I don't know.
Yeah, see, that would be frustrating as well, having to move around the enemy.
Is, instead of moving around 3 times, you would take the attack of opportunity, just walk around,
and just go around.
Then move back in.
Yeah, definitely.
It just creates stupid moments, which is why I think these rules don't work.
Yeah, agreed. No, I agree. So this is number 8.
Number 8.
I had a DM who either didn't I started reading number 7 again. Margaret, cut that out. Cut it out. I am not cutting that out. Everyone is going to see that in its full glory. So number 7. 8. Number 8.
You're like number 8. Reads number 7. Right, it's number 7.
Yeah. Okay, number 8. So if you rolled a nat 20 with disadvantage, you weren't allowed to keep the roll.
So what, if you rolled 2 natural 20s?
You weren't allowed to have it.
Why?
It was literally as simple as if you rolled a nat 20 with disadvantage, you weren't allowed to keep the roll.
That's fucking stupid.
That seems a bit mean.
Why do we play a dice-based game where crazy things can happen when the crazy thing happens and you're like, no.
No. You defied the odds. Go on, Jack, show him.
Down. Don't like that one. Down vote.
And what? To be fair, I was going to say, what are the chances of rolling 2 nat 20s with a disadvantage? It happens.
Caleb does it in campaign too.
It happens all the time.
At like a really important moment as well.
See?
Yeah, he has disadvantage and he rolls 2 natural 20s.
It happens to us all the time as well. Like, yeah, it does. It's happened to us multiple times where we've rolled with disadvantage and got natural 20s. And imagine
not giving that. That's such a cool moment.
But like, what would it just be like not a crit? Would it still be a success but not a crit?
No, apparently you just can't.
What says you're not allowed to keep the roll?
So do you just have to roll again?
I don't.
So basically, it's like that is just saying if you have disadvantage, you need to fail.
You need to fail. Well,
that's what it's saying. It's saying if you have disadvantage, you
should fail.
It's because
suppose.
You should be failing.
Yeah, you should fail. But like, what if they rolled a 19 and 19? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like so.
So what's the difference? You're taking it away. It seems
just stupid. That's such a petty rule. That's just pettiness.
That sounds like maybe the DM has had a situation where
they were desperate for
needed the player to fail.
They needed the player to fail,
and they rolled a natural 20 on both, and they were like, "No,
don't think so."
No.
Not at my table.
Wayne. I like how in the beginning we're always like, these are just, if these work, and we're like stinky. Boo,
don't like
stinky.
it. I think we've only had one of them so far, and that was the healer kit one.
I did like the healer kit one.
I still didn't like the fact that so I would think that was like...
Yeah.
That was in the middle.
That was a unicorn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so number 9.
Number 9!
Okay. Range characters got less XP than melee characters since they didn't put themselves at as much risk. This was sprung on us after my friend and I had already made ranged characters. It was then that we understood why all the other existing characters were melee. Man, and again, XP leveling is a way to level.
Yeah,
definitely.
You can do it. It works if you do it fairly.
People do it all the time. It's one of the most,
which is not what this is.
Very common. But making your range characters get less because they're not as much risk.
They're just like if you play tactically, if the DM understands how to balance a tactical fight.
Yeah.
then they will be just as much risk.
Yeah.
Maybe not quite as much as like the tank that is like desperate to get everything to attack it.
Yeah, of course not.
But like if there's people on the other side that are ranged, they can just shoot the people at the back.
Yeah, and there's the trope of the wizard wanting to basically be off the map, right?
But then they put themselves in a vulnerable position by being alone.
Because they separate themselves, exactly.
Like, the thing is, it's like, you either just don't understand how to tactically go about a fight, or you just hate ranged characters.
You just hate ranged characters, and you just want everyone to be melee.
Why?
Yeah, I know. That man, I feel like that would put such a wedge in between the actual players as well.
Yeah.
And there's no way that wouldn't get frustrating.
The worst part about it is the fact that you didn't tell them until the game started.
I know. And they, these people, for all we know, could have created like whole characters.
Yeah, imagine they're dishing out XP and they're like, oh, yeah, you get half. And they're like, what do you mean? It's like, oh, it's because you're ranged. It's like I wish I'd known this before the game started.
And they have the epiphany, like, it's 2 wizards surrounded by like 13 barbarians.
Yeah, loads of fighters.
Oh,
right, I understand now.
I get it now. I'm on board. Go on. Yeah, show him.
Boo.
Yeah.
Don't like that one.
Yeah.
That one's stinky as hell.
Stinky. PU.
I think we should do a game one time where it's XP based.
Yeah?
Yeah. Just to give it a go.
Okay.
To see what it feels like.
I agree. I like that very much.
I think it'd be cool.
Okay.
Like, maybe you need to just get like an extra level before you like go and fight the BBEG. So you go
out of your way to like
help somebody on a side quest.
Yeah.
To, like, it would definitely encourage like
side quests.
Yeah,
I agree. I think our party doesn't have a problem picking up side quests.
No.
We. Feel the silence.
Hallelujah. 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 I tried to say something else with a B, and then I forgot what it was. So I just went to Hallelujah.
Oh god, I nearly spat that out everywhere.
I can't wait for me to be like, like the sheep in Wallace and Gromit. It's gonna be my head on top of a sheep in the memes.
I like how you went straight to Wallace and Gromit.
The sheep from a close shave. Wallace and Gromit, a close shave.
Is it a sheep? Is that not a penguin?
No, that's the wrong trousers.
That's the wrong. See,
there's gonna be people in the comments like, the fuck
oh
is
my god, yeah. Who the fuck is Wallace?
To be fair, Wallace and Gromit was like almost before my time, so
true.
My mum and dad just liked it.
Wallace and Gromit slapped. Yeah, my parents like Wallace and Gromit too.
I like Wallace and Gromit.
I like.
Yeah,
big up, Wallace. This is sponsored by Wallace and Gromit.
The wrong trousers is the one where he puts the glove in his head and it's like
it is
that fin.
That used to scare me so much when I was a kid.
What, the glove or the
glove on the head?
Why?
I don't know. It's because as a kid I could smell the latex when he put it on, and it.
Do you not like the smell of latex?
I don't mind the smell of latex, no, but as a child, it scared the fuck out of me.
Okay, nice.
Really scared me.
Intense.
And what was it? What's the moon one called where they go to the moon? Fuck, is it a grand day out or something like that?
I think it is a grand day out.
And
that's exactly what it is.
Man, if you know, you know. When they go to the moon and they get those crackers and they put the moon cheese on the crackers.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, we should watch Wallace and Gromit.
You watch Wallace and Gromit.
And if you haven't watched Wallace and Gromit,
what are you fucking doing?
Oh, come on.
Why are you watching this?
Come on.
Go.
Watch
Wallace and Gromit.
We give you the right. We're controlling you with your blood. Go watch Wallace and Gromit. Watch a grand day out and watch.
Definitely watch the wrong trousers.
The wrong trousers.
Definitely watch a close shave.
And a close shave. Those are like the OGs, right?
They're the good stuff.
Yeah.
And then they did the movie The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, which don't think was as good.
No, but it's still good.
It was still good. It was still good, I think.
Yeah. Grand day out. That's I think I don't know if that's what it's called, but
yeah, I think it is.
Go on, Jack. Look it up. Look it up for us. All these Wallace and Gromit fans turning in their fucking graves. Go on.
A Grand Day Out.
Is it called A Grand Day Out?
Grand Day Out, yeah.
There you go. Well, I'm a Wallace and Gromit stands here.
Yeah, Curse of the Were-Rabbit, wrong trousers, A Grand Day Out, close shave.
Yeah. Watch them. Seriously, do. They're really, really, really good. Are they British? They have to be. They bloody well have to be.
Feels
right?
pretty British.
Feels real British.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
D&D.
Oh yes.
Some capacity. Are we on a number 10?
Yeah.
You asked me to fill the silence, and then I said hallelujah.
We were talking about. Oh no, it was ranged characters got less XP than melee. You were saying, oh,
that's
God.
what I think in our rule.
You were saying you want to try XP leveling.
Yeah, well, no, I don't want to try it. I think it'd be cool too. I don't know. like thinking about like just pushing yourself over the level thingy to get the next level.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't want to do it in a long-term campaign.
No, maybe not. We'll see.
I would. You know what? For as much as I slag it off, I think I would like to try a gritty realism campaign, but only
a small one.
Yeah, I could not do that as a full campaign. There sounds like nothing worse to me, but I would like to experience it just to confirm in my head I fucking hate it. You know?
Yeah, I guess.
What
if you love it?
Watch me be a convert.
What if you love it and be like, I'm going to put in all of these house rules?
Yeah, exactly.
All of these house rules today.
If I don't say I shit in a day, I shit myself, and it's that simple.
Yeah, and then your sword breaks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
you roll 2 natural 20s and disadvantage and have to just re-roll again.
Yeah.
And all monks suck and so do range characters, apparently.
Okay, this is number 10. So, all the gods died as part of a story arc. And the DM makes the cleric and the paladin have to start taking levels in other classes. The cleric has to take the rest of his levels in wizard, and the paladin has to take the rest of his levels in Eldritch Knight, and they can't use any of the abilities from first 3 levels in the classes that they already had. That doesn't sound like a story arc. That sounds like a complete overhaul and changing of characters.
Okay, so they didn't have a choice of what they want to do. They had to go Eldritch Knight, and they had to go cleric.
Wizard.
And they had to go wizard.
Wizard. Yeah, had to. Apparently, like that. You know, like, and then you can't use any of your cleric or paladin stuff before that.
Okay.
So that's basically like just starting a new character. It's just
starting a new character, but just with more hit points.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and then it's like they had to take the rest of the levels, right?
Did they get those levels back as Eldritch Knight and Wizard?
Well, exactly. And did they go...
Are they a level 4 Eldritch Knight now, or are they a level 3 nothing,
and then a level 1 Eldritch Knight? That's my question.
That's fucking stupid.
Like, which one is it?
I don't know, but I like neither of the options. Like, it doesn't matter, but why Wizard for the cleric?
Like, there had to have been like an ulterior
Why not like druid? Because the class. The thing is, like, if you're a cleric,
you want to go into something that has wisdom, right?
Yeah, you'll have good wisdom and probably some good constitution or something like that. Yeah. Potentially some good dexterity or good strength, depending if you were like going up there and like fighting with your mace or whatever.
You go into monk, I suppose.
Unless you were like RPing as an intelligent cleric. That you have no reason to put anything good into intelligence. And then if you go into wizard with a low intelligence,
like what do you, like? Yeah,
like the thing is, there's prerequisites to multiclass.
Yes.
Like, yes, Margaret didn't abide by those when she multiclassed as
I didn't abide. We didn't know.
Yeah, no, we didn't know. But also, it's slightly different for you because the only time you ever rage is when you're in bear form.
Yeah.
And when you're in bear form, you've got the strength.
I've got the strength.
So,
you
know, it doesn't really matter. But
I didn't abide.
You didn't. Well, you didn't. There was no abiding by the rules. There's rules
that
there,
suggests that I knew and I fucked it off.
And we didn't abide. Me and you, me also, not just you. We didn't abide together.
Oh my god! Oh, being yelled at. Oh, being ostracized. No. Shame.
But yeah, you know, and so the thing is, it's like there's prerequisites for a reason.
Yeah.
So you can't just go, I have one level here, one level here, one level here, one level here. You know, so like, and also it's because if you go into that class, you're not shit at it.
Well, yeah, and then the question is like, surely they were allowed to change their stats.
I fucking hope so.
But it sounds like none of this was decided. Man, I would be so upset if I had like, because, you know, I'm sure a lot of you do this as well. I base my whole backstory around my class and like my subclass and what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like to have it shaken up like that. And listen, like cleric to wizard is a huge shout. I would say, you know, paladin to
fighter, not so much,
Eldritch Knight is maybe not as much.
You know, you'll have as a paladin, the only 3 that you care about really, unless you want to make a dex-based paladin, is strength. But the thing is, it doesn't really matter because if you are a dex-based paladin, you could be a dex-based Eldritch Knight.
Yeah.
If you're strength-based paladin,
you can be a strength-based Eldritch
Knight. So that doesn't matter
Knight.
so much. But you know, like if you put charisma as your main stat because you wanted to like have your spells,
yeah,
I guess it still works. But the problem is that's not the spellcasting modifier for Eldritch Knight.
Yeah, what's the spellcasting modifier?
Intelligence.
Is it?
I think so. I'm pretty certain
I
it
have
is.
absolutely not.
Yeah,
not,
it is.
Not a clue. Not a single clue. But that sounds so frustrating. And then you know what? The arc of all the gods have died. Like surely even if the gods have died, the clerics and the paladins could, surely that would give them even more reason.
Yeah, but
even more.
Because the thing is, it's like, it's tough, innit?
Like, is the power being channeled from the god, I suppose?
Yeah.
Or is the power being channeled from the belief in the god?
In the belief in the god.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing.
Which I think that's very personal to.
It's personal, but I don't know. I just don't think even if the god died, you should make them do this.
You should make, I know.
I don't think you should make them do this.
Well, turns out this is a common thing.
Is it?
Because I obviously was reading the comments, and multiple people had similar things, but this one stood out to me. I had a similar thing happen. We were all descended from one of the GM's homebrew gods, and the one I picked to be the great grandson of died. Sorry. We were descended from one of the GM's homebrew gods.
Yes.
The one I picked to be.
Yeah.
The great ex-grandson of died.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Basically, the god died. I think it's a very convoluted way of saying that the god died.
And OP is the great-grandson of the god.
Something like
Got
that.
you. GM struck me with a permanent -4 to attacks, skills, AC, and saves because I had lost my divine blessing and I was not allowed to make a new character.
So basically just saying, your character's going to die now.
Yeah, too bad. A -4?
The thing is, it's like, at that point, why would your character not just run in and...
I know.
Just let it happen.
Yeah, I know. Well,
just let the death take them. Because
let the death.
At this point, there's no fucking point in playing that character.
I agree.
There's no point in playing that character because you're useless.
-4 to AC, above all else. -4 to AC in all your skills.
Why was there a -4 to your AC? That's not based off your god.
And your skills. Like, man, tell me that you hate your
that one
tell
player.
Me you hate this person.
Your god's dead now, and you have a -4 to your AC in all of your skills. But please keep playing.
But please.
But no, you can't roll any character. Why
would you not?
Why are you doing that to someone?
And again, I can't help but wonder if this was outlined. The whole plan was we were all descended from one of the homebrew gods. Like, do you think in the world primer they're like, and if the god dies, you get a -4 to all your things? Absolutely not.
I bet that did not come up at all until that moment. And then the DM just turned to that one character and was like, You've been a pain in my fucking ass since day one.
You're fucking out of here.
-4.
-4. That's
to an
huge.
AC.
That's huge. So that's stinky. That stinks.
That can get right in the fucking bin, that one.
That's a proper...
That one's dog shit.
Proper stinker.
If your god dies, you get a -4.
You know what? From the same person.
Oh, God.
This is number 12.
11.
11. A short rest takes a whole day and a long rest takes a whole week. And if you do one thing that he considers unrestful during that period, you have to start the whole long rest over from day 1. I like that term, unrestful. Tell me you hate playing D&D.
Tell me you want to make it the most unenjoyable experience you can.
Tell me you got a table of your enemies together and you want them to suffer.
Oh, so
with friends like these, baby.
They need to write you out an itinerary of what they did in every day off so you can go through and be like, unrestful. Unrestful.
That's unrestful.
That's unrestful.
That's unrestful.
That's unrestful.
That's a bad list.
It's like what's unrestful? It's like just going to the shops and picking up some. Yeah.
Like
I just wanted to keep fit, so I went for unrestful. Imagine getting to day 6 and then doing something unrestful.
Unrestful.
And then I'm going to take another 7 days.
I like the idea of the DM being like unrestful, but then it's like, right, we had one of these in one of the homebrew rules before. Like, what consists of the week? Like, can you do the week in one session? Like, I imagine so. Can you just say we spend a week chilling out and then it's as simple as that? But surely not, because
unrestful.
He's looking for
unrestful
activities.
Unrestful. It's like, the thing is, it's another one of those things. It's like, oh, what do you want to do? And everyone just goes, nothing.
Yeah.
You just
sit.
You inspire nothingness. You just everyone's just like, I sit down and I don't do anything
for a
week. I
week.
consider going to the fridge and getting some food, but I don't want to get any. It's like, you considered unrestful.
You're hungry, unrestful.
Unrestful. It's like, it just, it's like, what do you want to do? What do you want to do on your time off? Oh, that's good. Unrestful.
Oh, and
tell me you just like don't want your place to be creative.
And from the same person who killed off all the gods. Oh,
wow!
I like that. I think that's good. I think that's a good rule.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's the first one, baby.
My first thumbs up. Unrestful.
Unrestful.
Okay, number 12.
That's unrestful.
Unrestful.
And if nobody knows that, that's a paddling. Is the reference?
That's a paddling. Unrestful.
That's a paddling.
That's unrestful. Okay, number 12. I had a DM argue that my rogue couldn't get sneak attack damage against the enemy he was flanking. The reasoning was because the enemy still knows where you are.
That's not the fucking point.
I think it wasn't so much a house rule, but just as plain not knowing the correct rules, but still frustrating.
It's like, do you have advantage? Yes. Then you've got sneak attack.
Like, and again, we have absolutely gone over this before, and we've heard this so many times.
Smashing my head against the mic.
It shouldn't be called sneak attack. It should be called attack the unaware. Like, it's not based on,
sneaky. It's not based on not being seen.
Like, genuinely, if you're a new player looking to be a rogue, or you just want to dip into a rogue for a first time, do not let your DM take your sneak attack away from you because you're not hiding when you're doing it.
If you have advantage on the attack of any sort,
you get sneak attack.
You have sneak attack.
You get sneak
but
attack.
you also get sneak attack if you are hidden from the enemy.
And you also get sneak attack if one of your allies...
because that would give you advantage, sorry. This was what I was wrong.
If one of your allies is within 5 feet of the thing you are attacking.
At any point you have advantage, you have sneak attack. But also if an enemy is within 5 feet, you have sneak attack.
And
that is the rules.
And if you're playing rules as written and you have advantage when you flank, regardless of if this enemy can see you, you get sneak attack.
Do you have advantage?
You have sneak attack.
You have sneak attack.
Exactly.
There you go. It is as
has
good as
nothing to do.
It's like, the thing is, if the rogue doesn't have sneak attack,
what the rogue is literally just a dude with a knife.
Its damage is worthless.
Yeah, they're just a person with a knife.
They don't get extra attack because their extra attack comes in the form of their sneak attack damage scaling up.
Exactly. And it gets to a point where rogues have decent sneak attack, and I think that's why DMs don't like it.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's like if they don't get 2 attacks and they can't have sneak attack twice in a turn.
Yeah.
Because
then that would be too much. Yeah, of course it would.
But 1D&D is slightly fucking that because
really?
You cannot crit on sneak attack anymore.
What's the point?
So
what's the point?
Your weapon damage can double, but your sneak attack. Same with the paladin.
No.
Paladins can't smite crit anymore.
No.
You can't crit and then you can, but it doesn't matter because the smite damage doesn't double.
Do you think anyone will enforce that?
I think so.
Would you enforce that? Oh no, he's silent, he's thinking. Is he about to be a stinker?
So, the thing is, right, I have more of a problem with the smite than I do the sneak attack. Because the thing is, the problem with smite is you crit, then you do it.
Yeah, and there's the smite slots, not spell slots. Do you know what I mean? You have to give a resource up to do the smite.
Yeah, it is hard. The sneak attack is not so bad because, it's like...
It scales and, most of the time you should be able to get it.
Like, you don't just go, okay, I've got a crit, I'm going to sneak attack.
Yes.
You sneak attack no matter what.
Yeah.
But again, the thing is, it's because a lot of fucking DMs don't like it is because you roll with advantage. So when you roll with advantage more often, you get natural 20s more often, which makes sneak attack seem like...
Yeah.
But every other time they don't fucking crit on the sneak attack. It doesn't feel as bad.
No.
So it's like all the DMs just remember that one moment where their monster got bombed by a fucking stupid sneak attack.
Of course.
But with the thing is with the smite, it gets added in afterwards, so it feels worse because then all the paladin does is wait till they fucking crit and then they smite, and then
that's the whole point.
The damage is just like off the chart.
Yeah,
and it is hard to balance as a DM.
Yeah, I bet it is. Like, we had a resident paladin who absolutely slapped.
Yeah, and like it got easier when I understood how it worked. It's just like if the thing is, if the paladin has one fight in a day and just, especially the vengeance paladin, it just goes vow of enmity, walks up to it, rolls with advantage, gets a natural 20, smite. Yeah. Next tag, rolls with advantage, natural 20, smite.
Yeah.
It becomes like almost insane.
Yeah.
So I get it, but it feels bad.
Yeah, see, again, maybe this is me coming from a player lens, and I feel like you can really see the difference. Yeah. Like, for me, it's like, I would never play a paladin. I probably would play a rogue again, maybe, but like, if I was sat at a table and I crit, I rolled the natural 20, and then it was like, but you can't double it. That would feel so bad.
I know.
That would feel terrible. And it's the same reason when you try to introduce the spellcasters can't crit, all of us were like, no, that will feel really bad.
Yeah. I think there is a fix for it, but it's not that. I don't think that's the fix. I agree.
That takes away from, we play the game to roll the dice to get the crits.
And like, I am a DM, like, and my players will very much, I hope they would attest to this, that, I want what's best for them over what's best for myself.
100% you do, yeah.
But sometimes, like, with when Josh was a high level vengeance paladin, like, it could either go like he could miss, and I'd be like, "Fuck, this thing's got loads of hit points," because I was expecting some like
to be
juicy smites.
Smoten.
Because it's like it swings like two ways.
Yeah.
Like if he doesn't have his vow, then it's not as much of a problem. But then if I expect him to have his vow and he doesn't have his vow, and then he constantly misses, doesn't get a natural 20s, it's So I think it can be like, I love, Josh, some of the fucking best moments of his entire campaign was when he got the big crits.
Agreed.
And he was buzzing.
Very much agreed.
And, I was buzzing for him.
And that's a great feeling.
It's a great feeling. And, but, I'm thinking more for me right now is like newer DMs.
True. Who don't know how to handle
don't understand how to handle it.
Huge numbers.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's maybe the DM brain in me thinking about people who aren't quite as experienced.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Attempting to deal with it.
Yeah, totally.
So yeah, I don't think it's the right way.
I don't think it's the right way either. I think there is a happy medium in there somewhere. I don't know what it is.
Neither do I.
I really don't. But I think when you take away something from a class that is like the bread and butter.
Yeah, especially the rogue. Like the vow of enmity thing is only for one subclass of paladin.
Yeah. My iPad's gonna die. Oh. Be right back. We're back and charging. I can't remember what we were talking about.
We were talking about crits and how I don't even remember what the fucking
it was. Rogues not being able to have their sneak attack damage again.
Like definitely never deny them the damage.
Give your rogues their sneak attack. That's the whole reason they're a rogue.
Like the original one, it's like stop getting hung up on the word snake.
Totally. If you have advantage, any of you rogues, you got to stand up for yourself. If you have advantage, you have sneak attack. That is rules as written. Unless, obviously something else has been agreed. Okay, this is number 26.
No, 13.
26.
You 2013.
You 2013.
It's a great year.
Good year, great year. Oh. You can start at any level between 1 and 20, your choice. You may also choose your stats, 1 to 18, your choice. Your stats cannot be increased by anything but magic, or the DM's will. You can play any class race combination. Any. The fundamentals of character creation. It was very chaotic. No one had any real reason to not take 18s.
Yeah.
like
the thing is, right, surely you're just going to go 18 in all stats and you're level 20.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but you know what? So,
I think if you were don't know, it's is it an adventure? Is it a hero to hero adventure? Is it a max? What is it?
Yeah, what is it?
What's the game?
Is this a brawler one shot where you can go in and do whatever you want? Then yeah, of course you would level 20, all 18s. But I think about our table. I know if this was posed to our table, we would not do that. We would go. I think we would all prefer to start low and get all the stuff.
Especially Matthew.
If Matthew could start...
At one point, there was a campaign where we all started at level 3.
And he was like, I'm going to start at level 1.
Matthew started himself at level 1 and then leveled himself up to level 3.
That man loves to nerf himself into the ground. But, to be honest, I think all of us, none of us would do that. I think I would take an 18 somewhere.
Yeah, and your max stat.
But
nothing wrong with starting with an 18. Literally, I don't care what you start with as long as it's not a 20.
Yeah. I think a lot of people probably wouldn't. If given the choice, probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Would you?
I think, the whole point is you have the adventure. You come from sort of nothing to everything, zero to hero.
Yeah.
That's the point. It's if you just start with everything, where do you go?
Where do you go from there?
I don't personally like it at all.
Yeah. And I just, I do wonder. I wonder if people given this option,
I think
what would they pick?
Normal, sensible people wouldn't pick 18s and all 20, level 20, because it might be fun for a couple of sessions, but that's boring.
Yeah, where'd you go from there? I would love some clarification if this was a long form content.
Because that only feels good if you've worked for it.
Yeah, totally.
Really?
Yeah, totally. I agree.
Really?
That was just kind of a fun, silly one.
It was a bit of a laugh, that one.
Bit of a fun, silly one, Okay, on to number 9.
14.
If you don't know your bonus actions on your turn, you forfeit it. One of ours is if you don't know what bonus actions you can use during your turn, then you forfeit your bonus action to keep the game rolling while you remind yourself of what abilities and spells you have available. Our group is still fairly new to D&D, but sometimes they feel inclined to do no preparation before a session. So this rule encourages them to learn their class while ensuring they don't hold up the game. Tell me you hate new players.
Yeah, it's just you should be some people don't want to do homework. Some people want to turn up to D&D
and play a game D&D, and have fun,
and then go home, and then that's it. Yeah. And the thing is, it's that isn't an uncommon thing.
No, totally not.
Then there's players like everyone at our table, who does think about what they're going to take,
and we
does
sit
think
and
about
agonize and
how
plan
to optimize their character and stuff like that. So it's this is just two different types of people trying to play in the same game, and then they're punishing the people who maybe don't care as much.
Yeah, this feels very unfair.
It's extremely unfair.
This feels really, obviously really pointed at to be fair, it says our group is fairly new, so it's everyone.
Yeah, but the thing is, right, it's some people are way better under pressure. Again, we've talked about so many times, there's people who like to get engrossed with what everyone else is doing. It's that's so cool, and it comes to you going oh fuck, and it's just what? So do you just because you're is that it? As you go over
because you're paying attention to the rest of the group, and enthralled in combat.
That massively encourages to not listen to what anyone was doing.
It makes you sit there in your own head thinking about what you're doing.
Yeah, that doesn't encourage the type of gameplay that I think I would like at my table.
No, I agree. And you know what? Honestly, I can see why people would do this. And if everyone's agreeing, I understand.
What if the fucking wizard, the fucking moment before you casts combat changing spell, and then your turn's oh shit, that wasn't what I was going to do, so I'm going to just well, you don't get to do anything now.
That happens so often. There's so many times in combat where one thing happens and everyone's oh, I don't know what I'm doing now.
I don't know what I'm going to do now, yeah.
Yeah, that. This just says, tell me you aren't patient.
Yeah.
And, you know what? Some people don't learn best by being threatened.
Yeah, by putting under, massive amounts of pressure.
Yeah,
some people a calmer, relaxed environment to thrive in.
Some people need to be, gently pulled through these things.
Helped and coached through it.
And if you can't recognize that, then I don't know what to tell you, baby.
I don't know what to tell you, baby.
I don't know what to tell you, baby.
I do know what to tell you.
Go on. Stinker.
Stinker of a roll. Unrestful.
God, how many of these do we have left? Okay, we don't have that many left. To be fair, I feel like we always squeeze loads into this because the discourse isn't too much.
Yeah, they're a little bit short around it, and some of them are just so bad that you don't really need to say much.
True.
That one.
Yeah.
It's over in 3 minutes.
Yeah, fair enough.
Done.
Okay, so this is
Stinker.
number 13.
Number 15.
15. This is what I get for trying to be funny. If half of your HP or more is taken out with a single attack, you fall unconscious from the shock, and you have to make saves to regain consciousness on the following turns. This applied both to PCs and enemies. The campaign started at level 1. Combat was either a face roll or with some of us spending more time trying to wake up from a fucking coma than actually fighting. I managed to talk him out of it, but those early sessions could be a pain in the ass sometimes.
Like a lot of people, I think a lot of people fantasize about these rules. These like massive damage rules.
Yeah, I think so. I think this is kind of not common, but was like this not rules as written?
If you get taken, no.
In like an older edition?
Maybe.
I feel like this was rules as written in an older edition.
The thing is, I feel like if this is what I mean, I feel like I hear so much about stuff like this. Like,
yeah, same.
Everyone loves the massive damage rule. Like if you get taken from full to 0 in one hit,
that's
you
it.
just die.
That's it.
Like nothing else. And you know, it is hard to do, but if your hit points exceed your maximum hit points but in a negative, you also just die.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I feel like I don't like shit like this because it just makes crits just like
deadly,
just like combat changing.
Yeah.
And you know, crits are good, but they shouldn't like be like that's it.
See, I actually have a different opinion to this.
Go.
Which is for me very strange.
Pop off, baby.
I actually kind of like this.
Yeah?
Yeah. Now, I say that not currently playing the game, not currently in a combat, and not currently feeling frustrated by it.
Yeah.
I think, you know how you said people fantasize about this? I kind of like the fantasy of something hitting me so hard that there's a consequence to it because it's a scary, tough combat. However, would I get frustrated having to make saves to get up? Yes, I would.
So yeah, it's like, what's the save? Is it like a death save that isn't a death save? Like, is it just like roll a d20, if it's above 10, you wake up?
Yeah.
Like, what's the save?
Yeah.
Like, they aren't death saves, I hope.
No. They're unconscious saves.
They're unconscious saves.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. But, you know, as OP says, sometimes we could, because it applied to enemies, we could absolutely nuke something, or we just spend
rounds trying to wake up,
which would be frustrating,
which would be annoying,
which goes back to the paralyzed or stunned thing, right?
Yeah, it's like it comes to your turn. Okay, you're unconscious. Do you want to roll me a dice? Yeah. Okay. All right, you wake up. End of your turn. It's like, does it work out how a death save works when you roll a natural 20? Is it the beginning of your go?
Yeah, and then do you get the rest of your turn after, or is that it? But yeah, I think I like the idea of something like this.
Okay.
But I don't know if I would like it in practice.
Yeah.
I think I like it in the fantasy.
I think it sounds cool.
Yeah.
But I don't think it plays very well.
Would it just get frustrating?
Yeah.
The unconscious saves fucking would be, totally.
Yeah. It's like maybe you do just like miss a go.
Yeah.
And then that's it. There's no like potential that you miss more than one go.
Yeah.
Like you just miss one go and that's it. You wake up.
And I feel like it would make you more tactical and more worried about. But then again, someone like me who's the only melee, I'd be fucked.
But there's no tactics to it.
No, you're right.
I don't think. It's like if you get crit,
then that's
you're going unconscious.
True. Do you know
what I mean? It's like, yeah, there is a way to be tactical about it. It's you play a paladin and then you just smite everything. It takes off half of the health.
And then that's it.
And then that's it.
Yeah. See, I don't think I like the idea of it doing it to enemies though.
Oh, just you?
Yeah.
Never do that.
No, I know you wouldn't. No, I know you wouldn't. And I actually kind of like the sound of something takes all your hit points, you're dead.
Yeah. Like it's like a shock. Like your body goes into shock from such a hard hit.
Yeah, you're dead. Like you're dead and gone.
See, the thing is, I wouldn't put that on my game because I never, ever, like, even on crits or like things that do saves and you fail the save, I will never allow it to do more damage than your full HP.
Then what you're actually full,
That's sort of like how I gauge it. It's close to your maximum HP if I rolled max damage.
Yes.
But, you know, it's going to be
wouldn't be enough to take you out.
It's going to sort of be like half of your health if you fail the save.
Yeah.
You know, that's sort of how I want it to.
Yeah, no, and you know, and you can definitely tell, and that's why your combats are so fucking close all the time, and that's why they're so good.
Yeah.
But I think maybe I'm saying this, like you said, maybe I'm just getting caught up in the fantasy of it a little bit.
Maybe. Yeah, I think you're fantasizing about it. I don't think it's as good as we think it is.
Because I don't want my character to fucking die.
Nah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't know how I dare sit here being like, I like the fantasy of it when I'm like, please don't kill her.
Full 0, kill me.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
You don't want that.
I don't want that. You're right. I don't want that. Do you want that?
I don't want that.
I can do.
See,
we can facilitate.
This is for me.
I think a lot of people would love this.
I feel like a lot of people would love this.
But OP didn't love it because OP said I had to talk my DM out of this.
Yeah, and you know, you just spend rounds unconscious,
which would be frustrating.
Yeah, which
would be very frustrating. Actually,
I
agree. Thanks for talking me through that, everyone. Thank you.
I think you talked yourself out of it more than anyone else.
Thank you. Me.
There you go.
There you go. Okay, so we're on to the last few here. Let's absolutely steamroll these.
We're approaching the 2-hour mark.
We're approaching the 2-hour mark.
Now we're on with the 2 hour. I'm not afraid of the 2-hour mark.
I didn't think we'd get here. I didn't think we'd
Why?
get to the 2-hour mark.
Just talk.
Yeah, I know. We ended up talking about Wallace and Gromit for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, we just like to talk like fuck.
We do. We do. We like to have a bit of a chit chat. Hope you're enjoying it.
A little bit of a chin wag.
Hope you.
Everyone do it.
What do you think? Oh no.
You can't do that.
No, I can't. Oh no, I can. Yeah, I can.
Yeah, you can.
Am I doing it?
You do it quite slowly, but you're doing it.
Don't screenshot that.
Please. Why did you say that?
Why did I bring
it
upon
myself?
Grave. I have.
You've made your own bed.
Someone call an ambulance. But not for me.
Not for me.
Okay, this is number 16? 17.
Is it? Or did I just write that one?
I don't know.
No, it's number 16.
Number 16. We caught up. If you roll 3 natural ones in a row, you instantly die. It happened once to a level 14 character. Rolled 3 ones in a row during an encounter, and he had some random monster appear and carry me away and kill me.
Josh would have died this week.
Jack, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Josh rolled 3 natural ones in a row. And
he would have been dead.
I think Abby wasn't far off.
Abby rolled like 6 natural ones.
Yeah, it wasn't good. It was very bad.
They would both be dead.
Both dead and gone.
Big monster.
But just like
appear and carry away.
Is it only in encounters, or is like if you're in the library researching something, you just
and
you're just like, can I make a bunch of investigation checks for these different things? You roll 3 natural ones, and then the monster just picks you up and leaves the library. Like, how does that happen? You know, all like the fumble tables where I'm like, how does that actually like work?
How does that make sense?
How does that make sense?
How does it make sense?
How does this make sense? Like, like you're trying to do something 3 times in a row, and then your character just goes.
I like the idea.
They just give up.
I like the idea of the monster. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Drink break.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. There you go.
You hear that noise I make?
Yeah.
I like the idea of the monster coming in being like contractually obliged. It doesn't want to do this.
Yeah, it's like got a piece of paper.
Yeah, it's got like a jumpsuit on. And it's like
tapping a piece of paper where it says if you roll 3 natural ones, and then your character's just like.
And you know
that meme where the guy's like.
You know, at the airport when people hold up like a sign with your last name on. It's like they come in and they're like, who's Igneous?
Who's Igneous?
Who's Igneous? Oh, you?
Is it?
Right. Listen, I don't want to do this.
Just gets the takes the big sack off his shoulder and is like, come on.
I'm sorry.
Jump in.
I'm just doing my job, dude.
The body bag.
Yeah. I'm just doing my job.
Look,
Listen. Complain to my higher ups.
Yeah.
Not me. I don't get paid
to the big guy in
this.
the sky. Yeah. That's nothing to do with me.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to get a paycheck.
Hop in.
Little Simpsons reference for you now?
Yeah. Our friends would be dead and gone, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
I think we would all be dead and gone at this point.
I don't think anyone else has rolled 3 natural ones in a row apart from Josh.
And Abby.
I don't think she rolled 3 in a row.
I'm almost certain she rolled like 6 in a row.
I know she rolled 2 in a row.
I'm almost certain of it.
At the beginning of the last session, I won't give a full recap, but they have somewhere very cool, so they're making like Constitution saving throws for exhaustion. But they have this thing that allows them to get a proficiency or a feat at the beginning of the day. It's like a magical hammer that there's like this magical hammer that they can use at the beginning of the day to give themselves like advantage on a saving throw or a feat or a proficiency that they don't have, and they get to give it to one person every day. And Abby failed her second Constitution. Or was it a third? It was a third Constitution saving throw in a row.
And we were like, we haven't used a hammer yet. How about we give you something that gives you advantage on con saves?
Yeah. So they were like talking me into it. And I was like, go on then. I'll give you like advantage on con saves for the day. That's totally fine. Like after the fact that she'd rolled it, because like. And then she rolled it again. She got another natural one.
Man, it was so bad. And there was a situation where Matthew, he rolled a natural 1. Yeah. We used the disadvantage coin instead of inspiration. He flipped it over, used it, got a 2. Man, sometimes this game fucking sucks.
It just doesn't go the way you want it to go.
Oh, sometimes this game hurts, man. But yeah, 3 natural ones in a row, you insta die. Fair enough.
Yeah. But you signed up for it, so.
Yep.
Sign
on the line.
Jump in the body bag.
You got to get in the bag. There you go.
Hoy you over my shoulder and I'll walk away.
I was picturing it like Santa's like present bag.
Oh yeah, just like a sack,
like a fucking massive
like it's
sack.
a big brown sack.
Yeah, that's exactly what I picture it as.
Yeah, and it's like a demon that takes you away. Just like a big, like quite a friendly, scary demon.
Yeah, kind of sweet. Actually,
yeah, actually, just like, hey man, I'm sorry.
Yeah, go be done.
Get yourself in the bag.
In the bag. That's unrestful.
That's unrestful.
Okay, this is number.
That's unrestful.
That's unrestful. This is number.
Go on, take a guess.
17.
Oh,
was I right?
Perfection.
Hell yeah.
Perfection.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for the support.
It's as if you actually kind of knew.
It's yeah, and I was just doing a bit, you know.
Yeah, you're just doing a bit.
Just doing a bit. No. Which one is it?
No, that's not the case. Track record says that that's not the case.
So this one is ours is for casting spells, and it basically reads as: if a spell requires a component that costs money, they can just pay that gold when casting a spell. With the in-game assumption is that if you prepare the spell, you've already bought the reagents. You don't use it, don't spend the cash. Makes it easier than having to get them to restock all the time and having to keep track of which items they've bought.
This is it.
I really like this. I really like this.
This is the first one.
Yeah. No, this is the second. No, this is the third one. We gave the rolling natural 20 unrestful, and we gave it.
No, yeah, that wasn't a true one though.
No.
This is an actual, this is genuine.
I like this. This, you know what? This streamlines so much the buying process of these things.
The only thing, like I said before, the only thing that you actually need to have is the shit that brings you back from the dead.
Totally.
The diamond.
Totally.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
But every other spell component, in my opinion, as long as you got the gold to pay for it,
just take it.
Just take it. When you've, like you said, when you've prepared the spell, to me, that sounds like you've gone out and you've got the stuff.
So would like the diamonds not be included in this? Like, you would have to still source the diamonds.
That's the only thing you would need to source.
Yeah,
is the stuff to bring a character back from the dead.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
You know, like what's it called? Chromatic orb.
Yes.
You know, like if you've got the 100 gold to get that diamond for the chromatic orb, just mark off 100 gold. And
Same
you've got
thing
it.
with like conjure animal. If you need the gilded acorn.
Gilded acorn.
Yeah.
You prepared it, so that means you've sourced it. So that means you can just mark off the gold and it's done.
And things like continual flame. It's like 50 gold worth of like crushed ruby dust. It's like that. You have to go out of your way to find that.
It's like the moment that you want to cast that, you may not know that you needed it.
And then you could be in the middle of
middle of nowhere and say, "Oh, well, just give me 3 days to go back to town to get the stuff to then come back here to do it." It's like, nah.
Yeah, and like, you know, continual flame, like that's something that you're not gonna do it until you need it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like agree.
This.
I like that. I like that a lot.
That. I think from now on in my game, unless it's diamonds or something to bring somebody back from the dead.
Yeah.
Like if you've got the gold, if it's a one-time cost, just mark it off and then you've got the item.
Yeah, I like that.
If it's a continual cost, just mark off the gold and you can cast it.
I like that. I think that that streamlines a lot of things. And you know, it's like because we don't want to metagame, we do spend a lot of time going, oh, can I go to the shop? And then we role play out having to go and get these things, which, you know, don't have to do. Granted, some of us really like doing that.
Yeah, sometimes it's good. If you're in a new shop and I've made the magic item shop, then that's fine. But you know, if it's just like a fucking passing town,
totally,
that you're just going through, maybe.
Yeah, I really like that.
I prefer it.
I think that's a really good one. Unrestful. Or is that restful? Rested.
Restful.
I like it.
Unrestful.
Okay, we're in the last 3 here, baby.
All right, baby.
Strap in.
Oh.
Sure. Yeah, show me. Sure. Your safety is important to me. Come on. Thank you.
Because, you know, if you're dead, you ain't got no blood to give. Michael needs the blood.
I do.
So
it's not. Hey, not me.
Gotta be safe. No. It's the
mound.
It's the mound.
And if you know, you know. Okay, so in 5th edition, I just started using a new rule that has really helped me as a DM. I'm running a dragon slaying campaign, and the group is naturally coming across incredible hordes of treasure and loot. In order to allow myself to be more generous without breaking the game, I have worn or equipped items. I have all worn or equipped items require attunement. The group is happy because I shower them in loot, and I, the DM, am happy because random loot drops won't break the campaign.
From me as a DM.
I don't know if I'm understanding this.
So
but it's probably because I read it like an actual
troglodyte. If you need to wear it, or you need to equip it.
Yep.
So if it's like any adornment of armor, weapon, like
a cloak,
anything that you would equip.
Yes, you have to attune to it.
It's attunement.
Understood.
Because that means you can give out quite a lot of stuff, and never have to worry about like stupid broken things like mixing together.
Yeah, people can. There's a choice.
Yeah, I think like,
and it's kind of limited to one person each, right?
And also, it's like there's so many times where I'm like, oh yeah, well this will be attunement. I look and I'm like, it's not. Why is that not attunement?
Yeah. And
it's just like, I just think any piece of armor or weapon or like equipment that you actually put on and like use, like that's equipment. It's attunement.
Even like a +1 armor.
Yeah.
Sad player noises.
Why?
Don't know.
I think it's then easy because then it's like I could just give you a +2.
The thing is though, as a player, we get so many attunement things. You give us a lot of magic items.
Yeah.
And, there is the agony of having to choose, I think. I think making something like a +1 studded leather armor, to me, we had this discourse the other day. You gave me a magic item, which is like, there's loads of giants.
Yeah.
And basically, it was loads of fucking giants, right? And it was the ability I could like carve into stone, like a homestead for us.
Yeah,
like not a hole.
You can make like a home in like stone or ground.
Yeah. And it's been really helpful because.
And it can also do one other thing, but Margaret, I think Margaret is right. When I gave it to them, it was worth an attunement slot. But I also mixed it with something that was very quality of life. Like, they can make a home basically anywhere.
100%, which is a huge quality of life.
Which is great, but it's also mixed with being able to cast resistance as a bonus action.
Yes. However, only 2 of us could have it. It was either myself or Matthew, and Matthew didn't really want it. So I was using an attunement slot for something that I can just make a house with and cast resistance with.
Yeah.
The reason I can't cast resistance is because it's concentration. So when I'm raging, I can't do it.
And
anyway.
It's an action.
And yeah, well, it's a bonus action.
No, it is now.
Oh yeah,
it's normally an action.
Yeah. So I came to you and I was like, I don't think this should be attunement.
So I took the attunement off.
So you did. Yeah, I think, you know what? I think
at the time that thing is like the resistance thing was quite good because it was like low level to be able to like give yourself that D4 as a bonus action.
Yeah.
But now it's not as good, and there's other things that you would rather attune to, but you don't want to lose the ability to like make the house, make the home.
Yeah.
So I think I fucked up by making it, but you know what I mean? Like I just said, just making it attunement.
That's just how it goes.
There's no bother.
I can, that was frustrating, and I can see like a +1 armor being fucking really frustrating. Do you not think? Unless that's rules as written.
No, it's not rules as written. Like, I think personally, to me, to keep on top of things and to keep track of things as a DM, it's easier, and you can shower people with loot and just upgrade them.
True, I do agree with the upgradable.
It makes me to me, in my brain and the way I work, it makes me be like, okay, well, they've got this attunement slot for this. I can just have the next Dragon Horde drop something that just upgrades it for them.
But the problem is none of us have attunement slots. Because you give us so many items.
Yeah, but but I would be more careful with what I gave you.
Fair enough. I mean, I think the items we already have are great.
Yeah. I agree. They are great.
Yeah.
But I think it would be... I can't explain why this makes so much more sense in my head. I think it's a DM thing.
I think it might be.
Where it's like, I think I'd be able to keep on top of what you have better.
Yes.
If everything is attunement.
Yes.
And then I can just be like, okay, well, they don't have this, I can give them this.
Yeah.
And then they'll get rid of this one because that's attunement, and it's basically just like a flat upgrade.
Yeah. But then there's still, the element of being able to like switch them out every day, right? Which, granted, none of us do.
Yeah.
None of us switch out our attunement slots. Like,
not at the minute.
No. But, as a player, I think that would be frustrating. But I think, again, that's the difference between being a player and a DM.
Yeah.
Like,
so I can understand why you're right, why it wouldn't be good.
Yeah, I can see from your perspective.
But I think I would enjoy it.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I think.
Fair enough. Watch us post an announcement being like, the D&D group's broken up. Because we had to attune to +1 armor. So is that what it's saying here? That's exactly what the situation is.
Yeah, it's saying anything that you wear or you like hold or like make an attack with.
Yeah.
I think it even goes down to like rings and necklaces and trinkets.
Yeah.
Everything that you like equip is attunement.
Right. But even like going to attune to a +1 sword. Imagine if like the fighter has to attune.
You say it's a +1 sword, but then I'm using my own DM like knowledge here. I know that I would give you a +1 sword, and then the next time you get a weapon, it will be a +2 sword, and then have this other cool effect.
Right.
And then the next time you get something, it'll be a +3 sword and have this better cool effect.
Right.
So you would never get something. I would always make sure that, you know, if you had something,
there would be an upgrade to the thing.
It would be upgradable.
Yeah.
And I can always keep track of what you're wearing.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it does get a little out of hand.
I mean, maybe we could make I could print something out that has like all of our stuff on it for you.
Yeah.
And then like it can be like an erasable thing where you can like, I don't know, every so often double check and we can like color in the bits we have. I don't know why I'm saying you don't need to be privy to this conversation.
So yeah, I like it, but I understand why players maybe wouldn't.
Yeah.
But I think it's a lot of trust in your DM now.
It is, and we do.
It's like that person there. It's like, that means I can shower my players. It's like, that's what I do.
Yeah.
Like, I give you a lot of magic items.
Yeah, and it says the group's happy because I shower them.
Yeah.
And I'm happy because it's not going to be fucking wild.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know what? Yeah, I do understand that.
But
I do get it.
I think that's trust in your DM, knowing that they will, like, look after you. Because I know that I would try and look after all of you.
We know for a fact you look after us anyway.
Yeah.
Regardless of this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Unrestful.
Restful.
Unrestful. What do you think? Please let us know below. Unrestful. Okay, this is the second to last. I like to brace you all.
Okay.
I like to give you the heads up that this is second to last.
Yeah.
What number this is? Probably 19?
18?
18?
It is 19.
Have we got 20?
I think we have 20.
Hey, we're making good time for 20.
Yeah. About hit 2 hours.
About to hit 2 hours. How are you feeling? How are you doing?
I need a wee.
Do you want to go?
No.
You sure? Is it just going to be this? All right. Okay, so this is number 20. No, this is number 19. So this is a good friend of mine didn't want one of his players bringing a pixie to the game. So he said that all pixies flew into the sun. Every single setting he runs, pixies were all part of some cult that just flew into the sun.
Why?
You're a pixie? Sun.
Was it like a find familiar pixie?
I'm assuming so, right? Like I'm assuming because a pixie's like, are they talking about like a summon?
Yeah, I imagine so.
Or like maybe a warlock's like Pact of the Chain type situation. But like, I just like the drama of it. They just flew into the sun.
All just one day flew into the sun.
Every single pixie.
Is it because they have like advantage on saving throws against magic or something like that?
Maybe. I don't know because I had summon Fae, which I do think was different.
So yeah, a pixie has advantage on saving throws against magical spells and other magical effects, and
charms as well. I think.
Yeah, I know that some have charms. Yeah, and like resistance to sleep and
what is the use case of a pixie in that case that you were just looking at there? Is it like a summon?
Yeah, it's just like a summon.
I see. Oh, why would you ban pixies, man? They're so cute and sweet.
Yeah, all of them have magic resistance.
Right. So, but like, honestly, I just love the drama of one day they were like, to the sun.
All of them just flew to the sun.
To the fucking sun.
They just had a calling.
And just burnt out.
And just flew to the sun.
And that all pixies are part of a cult. I like that there was enough
Pixie
lore
cult.
put into it that it's like,
well, I can't just get rid of them. I need to like make it sound believable.
It's a cult. It's a cult that you fly into the sun.
It's a cult. I promise.
Punt them right into the sun.
Punt them into the stratosphere.
I think that's a very reasonable way to deal with that. Restful.
Absolutely not.
Restful.
Fucking burn this rule.
Like the pixies.
Yeah, burn them. Send this rule into the sun.
To the sun.
I think, you could just ask your player not to have a pixie instead of saying all pixies go flying into the sun. Do you want to know what? I prefer them all flying into the sun.
I also prefer them flying into the sun. I like the passive...
Canonically, there are no pixies.
They're in a cult. Listen.
Yeah. Cult of the sun.
A cult of the sun. I like the passive-aggressive nature of this as well. Like, can't talk to him. Cult of the sun.
Cult of the sun.
Cult of the sun.
There we go.
Restful.
Restful.
And then the last one. The piece d'or
Yeah, that's what it is.
It is. If anyone accidentally spills anything on the map, there's a flash flood. This comes up often once certain people get drunk. Giles.
Imagine. Yeah, somebody just spills and everyone's like, fuck.
It's happened again.
The room goes dark as they all look outside as there is like a tsunami crashing over the town.
But we did actually plan it once for when we fought a fire demon.
That's clever.
So,
did you still have to spill it?
I hope so.
I hope so.
I hope there had to be an element of, like, without the DM knowing, they're like, right, Giles, act drunk as fuck again.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a fire. Oh, well.
Here we go.
That's restful.
I like that one.
Unrestful.
That one's funny.
I like that. That's a nice, sweet one.
There's a flash flood.
I love the call out of, this comes up often once a certain person gets drunk.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Giles. God damn it, Giles.
Come on, your family needs you, Giles.
Snap out of it, Giles. Snap out of it.
Yeah, I just thought that was a nice little.
The world drowns because Giles
is too drunk.
Giles is always drunk.
Giles has had one too many.
Yeah.
One too many
always.
tipples. Yeah, it's have you seen the one where it's like if the cat comes onto the battle map like during a game, there's like a giant cat and we suddenly have to fight a giant cat.
Yeah, that's great.
I like that.
It's just good fun.
I love that.
Just a bit of crack.
Have you seen the meme of the cat that sat down at the table while playing, and now the cat is canonically the druid who is just wild shaped into a cat?
Perfect.
Love that.
Love that.
That's
amazing.
Don't know how we got to that, to be honest.
It's okay.
From flash floods and Giles.
Did everybody have a good time?
Did we enjoy that?
I enjoyed that.
I
enjoy these. These are good fun.
I love these. I think that it's just, you know what? It's just fun.
Tell us about your horrible house rules down in the comments.
We actually have a section in our submission form for it.
Oh, comment down below.
Comment down below. If you're in a watch party, tell us. Tell us in the Discord. We have a Discord.
Down below, also in the description.
Yep, it's the very, very first link. Yeah, I enjoyed that.
It was amazing.
It's nice peering behind the curtains sometimes, I think.
I know.
Yeah, it's nice to see how the other side works, you know?
I know. Some of them are shocking. Some of them are good, though.
You know what? I think quite a few of those were...
I picked two ones that I actually enjoyed. That spellcaster one was one I picked.
Which was the spellcaster
where
one?
The money, as long as you've got the spell prepared.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
And then
the achievement one.
I actually had another one stored in the bank just in case we needed it, which was a good one.
Do you want to read it now?
Should I just leave you on the edge of your seat with that knowledge? What do you think?
Yeah.
What should I do? Vote in chat below.
It's a bit too late then.
I know, it's too late. Should I?
If you want to.
Oh, fuck it. Oh, go on. Oh, extra bonus content.
Yeah, go for it. Go on.
Watch this be the shittest thing you've ever heard. And you're like, that's so unrestful. So, a house rule to encourage players using vicious mockery with creative and funny insults. Hello, everyone. I want to add a house rule that does exactly what the title says, but I don't want to break the games. I don't want to break the rules. Because the rules are the rules and the facts are the facts.
And if you want to break the rules,
you got to pay the tax. So here are a couple of thoughts. So just add a small amount of damage, like +1 per 1d4.
Mm-hmm.
You give temp HP to the caster or ally to equal the damage dealt, or you subtract the damage from the next roll too. I'm just spitballing here. These might be broken, but I haven't really thought about them.
So what was it? Sorry. So you cast Vicious Mockery.
Yep. They just and
you can do the damage.
Yeah. So they're just saying, I want to encourage players who use Vicious Mockery that are really funny to give them something extra. Yeah. And it's like, could they add a +1 per 1d4 they roll? Could they give them temporary hit points equal to the damage dealt?
Okay.
Or subtract the damage dealt from the next attack roll?
Yeah. Cool.
And they end with saying, I'd love to hear your opinions. And what do you think to do to encourage better insults from Vicious Mockery?
Fair enough.
I thought it was very sweet.
That's kind of cool. Yeah, I don't mind that. Somebody did try and argue the other day on TikTok that Vicious Mockery is better than Eldritch Blast. Vicious Mockery's fun.
Vicious Mockery's a lot of fun.
It's fun.
I would say Vicious Mockery's probably funner than Eldritch Blast.
I would say it's funner than Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
Is it better than Eldritch Blast? I don't think.
That's probably subjective.
Yeah.
That's obviously subjective.
From a term of power, I don't think it is.
No.
But, not everything is about power in the game.
No, it's not.
And I understand that.
Flavor and fun. And I do love a good Vicious Mockery insult.
Fair enough.
I think that's really sweet.
That's sweet.
That's sweet.
That was sweet.
Everyone's like, Margaret, shut up. We didn't need to hear that last one.
Okay, I need the toilet.
Okay, go on. Roll this out, Jack. You should have gone to the toilet when we said it. Go on.
So.
Yep.
I love you all very much.
Yes, we love you very much.
Comment down below if you have any horrible house rules, or you want to agree or disagree with us, or tell us if you've got these in your campaign. Leave a like on the video if you liked it. If you liked it enough, consider subscribing to the channel. Why? It is free. Yep. I know you didn't know that, and that's why you haven't subscribed yet. But let me put your worries at rest. Tis free, so subscribe. If
you're in a watch party, get yourselves ready. We're about to get into wild shape.
Yeah.
Get into crab form, because we're about to have a little crab rave. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in.
And join the link.
Join the Discord.
Join the Discord with a link down below in the description.
Join our watch parties. We're always rocking out.
And also, hit the bell to be notified when we upload on a Monday or a Thursday. And bye!